Hello everybody and welcome to the Teletext Sofa Club. It is the 12th of October 2023 and it's a very sad day in the history of Teletext, ladies and gentlemen, because Aertel, which we believe to be the last English language teletext service, has gone. It's completely gone dark and no more. As of this afternoon, it just disappeared to pretty much no fanfare, which is a great shame, and something we're going to expand upon in today's show. We're going to, I guess, celebrate the life of Aertel, and we're going to have a couple of guests on the show. Hello to Nalto. You're very early indeed. I've only just started. You're quick off the block. Nalto says, "Hello Dan, a sad day indeed to lose Aertel." Yeah, well, it's a shame because it's one of those questions you have to ask is, did it jump or was it pushed? I think it was pushed, to be fair. Somebody up there right at the top just doesn't like teletext anymore, probably. I believe 700,000 euros a year is the cost to keep it going, and in this day and age, I guess that's just a step too far, unfortunately. Okay, so while I get set up for the stream, I am going to show you a quick video and play you some music. Today's music is once again by Mr Nissness, and the track is Accumulation. I'm going to post links in the Discord, etc., and then I'll come back to you and we can catch up again. So let's see. There we go. This video is courtesy Neil Bennett on Twitter, and I think it explains, in a nutshell, quite well, the death of Aertel. And, well, funnily enough, this was shown on Aertel. There you go. Hopefully is that the right size now? Okay. Right. I'm going to be back in about 5 minutes, so I'll see you then. So hello, welcome back, welcome back. Hold on, we need to get my video back as well, don't we? Hello, there I am. Hello again. So yes, it's a sad day in the world of teletext because Ireland's premier teletext service, Aertel, has unfortunately bitten the digital dust. And well, tonight we're going to celebrate the life of Aertel. And you can see a bit of a green theme today for obvious reasons. This screen capture behind me here is courtesy, his handle is IEARB1 on Twitter. And you can follow him. We'll actually look at a couple of his screenshots in a minute. But yeah, an excellent green themed. I think that's from 1992, something like that. So yeah, and once again, thank you to Neil Bennett for this video that you're seeing on screen right now, which explains in Teletext's own unique, succinct detail what's going on. Obviously, though, this was from the 3rd of October, so that was like a week and a half ago. So, hello to Gary Crew, or the Gary Crew. Is there more than one of you, or are there more than one of you, Gary? The Gary Crew. Everybody's called Gary. So, welcome to the stream. Good to have you here. And tonight, we are going to have two special guests, which actually I have already promoted, so we can say who they are. Mr. Jason Robertson, Grim Fandango, the Teletext Archaeologist, is going to be here. Captain Black himself. Oh, I think this is like the 4th time we've had him on, and it's always great fun. We're going to look through a few captures from Aertel's history, and some from today. Unfortunately, well, our plan today was to look at it live, sort of in the process of being switched off, in the hope that there would be some sort of fanfare, some fun close down akin to the Oracle close down, but that didn't happen. So thankfully, we've backed up a copy of the service from this morning, and we're going to be having a look at that. In addition, we're going to be, I think we've got 2 captures from the 2000s, which we're going to look at. Gary Crew says, courtesy of RTE. How's that pronounced? Is it RTA? RTE or RTA? I'm sorry. I'm slightly ignorant, unfortunately. Yes, of course, yeah. RTE provided this wonderful teletext service for you here. Now, let's do a bit of an introduction, shall we, to Aertel themselves and what's happening. So we can stop that share. Hello everybody, welcome to the Sofa Club. And we'll take a look at the browser here. Okay. So you should be able to see an article from the RTE website there that explains what's going on. And that's from, 4 o'clock this afternoon actually. Teletext service Aertel switched off after 40 glorious years in service. Just fix that. Well, you're saying nearly 40 years, but it's 37 years actually. Aertel first went live on an experimental basis in 1986 before being formally launched a year later. And we're going to be looking at a few captures from those early days, from the test stages of Aertel. It ran digitally since 2019. Now here's a question. Is it still running digitally now? Because I've seen a few people post screenshots of the BBC Red Button-esque service that is still going. So at least that's still there, I suppose. The service provided up-to-date news, TV schedules, sports scores, and gave people the option of watching shows with subtitles. And crucially, it provided updates throughout the COVID-19 pandemic. It was an important lifeline for the people who didn't have access to the internet. And to an extent, it still does to this day. I saw earlier that somebody posted on Twitter that their 94-year-old grandfather still used it every day regularly. And he probably won't be getting a TV license next year. So, yeah, here we go. The broadcaster said that its closure had been planned since the publication of its strategy 2024 back in 2019. And here we have another article from thejournal.ie from 2018, just before that happened, when Aertel RTE wrote to the minister, which minister? The Minister of Communications, to ask if it was legally allowed to scale down the Aertel service. And that was sort of the beginning of the end. These figures that are quoted here make it seem more expensive. 2.9 million euros between 2014 and 2017. That actually seems a while ago now. And I believe in this article it mentions, actually it's not in this article, but I think to this day it still costs between 650 and 700,000 euros to run the service, which was a crucial factor in its being shut down for good. Now, Gary Crew, hello to you, Mr. Crew. My crew consists of you, Carl, and Jason. Hey! Oh, that's a nice crew. It's an excellent crew. Gary Crew was born in the 2000s. Aha! Well, yeah, 37 years, which is actually how old I am. So I take exception to the fact that it says it's nearly 40 years old, because I'm not nearly 40 years old. I'm nearly 35. Okay. So yeah, let's have a look at the rest of this article. Technical components were no longer supported by the manufacturer. More elements are due to be lost later this year. That is true. More and more TVs don't support teletext, but a lot still do. So I believe we have somebody joining us right now, one of our guests for tonight. And feel free to speak when your microphone is working. But yeah, going back to this article from 2018, an RTE spokesperson said over 70% of the cost was for the transmission and distribution of the National Digital Terrestrial Transmission and Distribution Service and the regulated tariff. So red tape, it sounds like. So hello, we have somebody here with us.
Hello.
Hello.
This working? Hello.
And you've got a friend with you tonight.
And I've got the cat. Yeah, she has come up. Well, she's been evicted from the house pretty much, so she's here.
I think she's a Sofa Club mascot at this point.
Well, yeah, she'd have to be here, of course.
Oh, yes. Oh, I like the fact that you've got the miniature television in the background as well with Ceefax on.
Yeah, it was sitting there from testing something else, and I just thought I would stick it on. I thought it would be quite cool looking, so we have that going. I have done in the past, had the camera facing the other way and been in front of the monitors, but then I can't actually see what's on them, so that's a bit pointless.
Yeah, well, it actually looks good in studio too, because it's nice and minimalistic, like teletext itself.
I would like to get a couple more of these monitors, but they're not exactly cheap.
Yeah, well, they look expensive. A lot of buttons on there as well.
The coolest thing you can do is that that lets you, if I actually put network 1 on there, go on. Yeah, it's not gonna, there you go. You can actually see the teletext data at the top on
Oh,
this
yes.
monitor. You can scroll it down so that you can see what's going on. Well, you probably can't on the camera. I don't know. Can you see that?
Let's have a look. We'll switch to speaker
Some,
view.
something like that. You can see the teletext data along the top here. So so that's the best bit of that monitor. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I like it. Is that the teletext inserter on top as well?
No, that's a test pattern generator. The teletext inserters live in the attic, so or normally anyway. So you can actually see them at the minute. No, that's an old test pattern generator, and it pairs up with my measurement unit to give you analysis of things.
Wow, wonderful. Yeah, well, I love the setup that you've got going there. I mean, it's probably more technically advanced than Airtel itself was at the end.
I would be very interested to see what way it was run, especially in there's a couple of different folks online, that I've had contact with from the BBC that have been able to explain to me how a lot of the systems there run, but I don't know anybody from RTE, which is a wild pity, because I think it's bound to be interesting to see how that was run right up until the end. There's been a lot of speculation in the Discord group as to how it might have been, but truth is none of us really know, because we don't know anybody that knows what way it was engineered. So
Well, from a personal point of view, I get the feeling that they wanted to phase it out, and they have done for a long time. In fact, lots of people are surprised when they see that Airtel is still going and saying, I thought that closed 5 years ago or 10 years ago, because there keep being these news updates saying, oh, it's being phased out. But then the analog service has stayed until this very day.
I could be wrong, but I mean, looking through social media and stuff, like this close down today hasn't really got all that much attention. So I kind of wonder, like, as you say, it sort of seems like it's almost been forgotten about by most of the people who had access to it. And I suppose when it comes to the digital system and that, there wasn't, or rather the old style service like this here, there wouldn't have been a huge amount of people who would have been aware of it, because it was only accessible, as far as I know, with satellite through a composite video cable. And how many people are hooking up their satellite dishes with composite video nowadays? So it's probably not all that well known. And even, I suppose, even when it comes to the likes of the BBC Red Button service, like I still get sometimes people posting online, oh, I didn't know this was still a thing. We still have BBC Teletext. And I'm just like, well, yeah. It has been for years, but yeah, I suppose it's just not a thing people go looking for now, isn't it? So that's probably why, or partly why at least.
Yeah, it's usually a case of people accidentally pressing a button on their remote and finding, hey, what's all this weird text stuff?
Yeah, and then they can't figure out how to get out of it again.
Yeah, well, GK
just
the
plug
Mac.
the TV out. That's got it. There you go.
Yeah, switch it off and on again. Yeah. GK the Mac says, hello to Nathan and Whiskers the Cat from me in Spain. Ah, so you're lucky in Spain. You still have analog teletext where you are.
he's got this live stream as well, so he can't go wrong.
He's also got your live stream, hasn't he? The Pages from Ceefax live stream, which is
Assuming it's still going, yeah.
now and again it just crashes mysteriously.
Sometimes I know what's caused it, and sometimes I just go onto YouTube one morning and it's just not there, and I was like, oh, what's what's happened there? So I don't actually know what causes it to crash sometimes, but I need to get like a backup system set up somewhere that it fails over. But the problem with that is, like, in the past I had a backup system set up in my sister's house for the website, and that works fine for the website, but I can't really put a load of teletext kit into her house. I might get told off for that. So it's harder. But you never know. I might build like I have some of the old MRG systems decoders here, so I might try and like build a unit that has the streaming and all built into one box, and then just like send the box out to somebody and just be like, there you go, you can look after that. Problem solved.
Well, that would be great, wouldn't it? Because we could you could you could what is it? Outsource. You could outsource the teletext service.
Yeah, like the way Flight Radar 24, you know, the flight tracking website, like that's how they work. They, like, I have one of their receivers. You can apply online for a free receiver and you host it and they receive stuff. So I'll do an online thing. Could you host Ceefax?
Well, or it could be now, could you host Airtel? Because, well, Messi Ramo, the Finnish Teletext Supremo on Twitter, has asked this question. This shutdown is so sad, but could there be any parallel coded version in the future, like yours with Ceefax, Nathan?
The answer is there could be.
Ah.
Whether there will be or not, I don't know, because it's hard to know. I'd actually sort of toyed with the idea of throwing something together quite quickly, and then literally today, whenever the main service goes off air, immediately launch my one. I thought that would be quite funny, but no, I didn't do that in the end up. Obviously, I just decided against it. But I don't know if there was the interest there. Like, if I knew there were a lot of people who were going, oh, I really miss this, you know, I would consider it. Yeah, but personally, like, I mean, well, put it this way, we do get RTE from here. Just like, we're sort of like, if you look on a map of Northern Ireland, where I am, the Republic is to the west, to the south, and to the north. So we're surrounded. So we can actually point an aerial out and you'll get RTE signals in, but the signal's not that wonderful. So in the days of analog TV, you could get RTE, but it was barely watchable, and because it was barely watchable, you couldn't get Airtel. So I don't really remember it. So it's a bit like the fact, like, people have asked me, why did you restore Ceefax rather than Teletext Limited? And the answer is just because I remember Ceefax. Like, that's what I remember seeing on the TV before it was switched off. I don't really remember any of the other services. So it comes down to that. But as I say, yeah, possibly if there's interest, I might try and do something, or I might leave it to someone else to do that. Not have a monopoly on all the automatic services.
Yeah, well, maybe there's somebody out there who wants to do it themselves. I don't know. Somebody watching this stream right now might have an inclination to do that.
Listen, if there's somebody watching and you want to do that and you need a hand, give me a shout. I'm perfectly happy to share the knowledge, if you can call it that.
Yeah, well,
how this works. It shouldn't be that hard, in theory, because, like, even if you go on to RTE's website right now, you might have done this already before I tuned in, actually. rte.ie/Airtel. You get basically a list of all the page numbers and links to the appropriate section on the website. So you could literally just go in and scrape that, and there you go, job done. Yeah, that's it. In the past, there was a viewer there that you could literally go on and read Airtel online. So which is quite cool, but they pulled it, I think, in 2019, I think it was pulled, and it's just, from then on, it's just been links to the appropriate web pages instead. They've stopped linking out to Airtel.
Right.
Or the viewer, sorry. I don't know why my name is coming up like that, and I don't know how to change it. I don't know how I've done that.
Would you like to be known as Nathan Dane?
Yeah, there we go. That's better.
I did it for you.
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
No problem.
No free advertising for work here.
So you did mention Teletext Limited, and it's probably a good idea that you didn't recreate Teletext Limited, because somebody still owns the copyright, presumably, and is going to be more litigious, I think, than the BBC. The BBC, as far as they're concerned, they turn a blind eye to sort of these archival projects, etc. People uploading old VHS tapes to YouTube, etc. Largely for the purposes of archiving, etc. But Teletext Limited, now I think that would be a different story.
I still find that absolutely ridiculous, because it's the same with the gaming studios, that made games back in like the 80s and are now suing people for creating copies. And you're sort of going, right, you don't sell the game anymore. There is nowhere that you can buy it officially. How is this doing you harm? Like, it's only doing, if anything, it's doing them good, because it's getting, the name out or something. It's certainly not, it's not like it's doing people out of money. And it's the same with, stuff like this here. You're sort of going, right, I don't see how that can hurt you. But then this legal stuff, I don't understand legal stuff.
well, yeah, technically, but how is anybody supposed to archive anything? Like archivists, I mean, what's the copyright on stuff that's shown in museums? At some point, it's going to be out of copyright, isn't it? And so we should save it. Gary Crew says, Airtel background, huh? Yes, this is courtesy, hold on a minute. It's courtesy IEARB1 on Twitter. Thank you to him. You're going to see a few more screenshots from him tonight for the start of Airtel. Gary Crew also says, Irish analog TV services were gone by 2012. So that's kind of like Ceefax, isn't it?
Yeah, as far as I remember, that night, the night that all the final analog services were pulled here, the main, obviously the big finale was on BBC One and UTV, which I stayed up for. And then shortly after that, like I think it was roughly midnight, Channel 4 and Channel 5 were switched off, and then all that was left on our TV in the living room was RTE 1 and 2, and they were switched off the next morning, I think, like maybe like 10 o'clock in the morning or something, I think. So I didn't actually see them going off, but yeah, it was literally within hours of the digital switch over here that they also switched.
Okay. Yeah, but obviously they kept the analog service going, sort of as skeleton service, I'd assume.
Airtel on satellite, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was kept going on satellite.
SQU is here. He says, Guten Abend. So, Guten Abend. I always call you SQU because Uncle Squoo is actually his full username here. So hello to you. It's good to see you. Peter K, that's Peter Kwan, says RTE RTE, you should have a lot of leftover kit. Ah, well,
That would be good, yeah.
we could be writing to them for that kit. gkthemac says, some HD satellite receivers have inbuilt teletext decoders and can send a decoded teletext image over the HDMI signal. So composite view connections are not necessarily needed to view teletext these days.
Technically, yeah. I think the majority of people will be using Sky, which doesn't, as far as I'm aware. But I don't have satellite, so I could be completely wrong there. But as far as I know, if you have Sky, that was the only way of doing it. But I suppose if you have your own box and stuff, that'll be different.
Yeah, I mean, I have not had a Sky or a cable box for a good number of years now. So, actually, hold on for 1 second. I've forgotten to get myself a drink. So, if you don't mind, Nathan, just filling in for 1 second, would that be okay?
Oh, this will be good. We'll have a couple of minutes of awkward silence.
I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Thank you. And then our second guest will be here possibly around that time as well. So I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. I have been abandoned now. This is good fun. I have no idea what to do now. I can look at this, I suppose. It's not very interesting, is it? Oh, she's gonna try and scrap me now. Can you not? I was going to try and have Pages From Aertel running here, but if you've been following along in the Discord, you'll know that that has all been pulled now, so we can't basically because and anyway, I don't have a satellite receiver, so it would have been cool, but it was going to be too much bother to try and get it working in time. I suppose what I could have done is there's a couple of pre-recordings of the last couple of minutes or hours even of the service running, so I could have had that playing here. I might still do that if I get a second, but just for the moment, we're back to ordinary Ceefax here. So yeah, we were saying about earlier on about doing like an automatic service. Yeah, you seen a second ago the web pages. Can I share my screen here?
Yeah, you should be able to. I'm back, by the way.
See. Oh, you're back. That's good. That takes the pressure off. I think that's that. Just as a matter of interest, I'm just wondering how well these pages would scrape. If I go in here and you can see here you have your section of the page here, all your paragraphs are in separate elements and they are all in paragraph elements and they have no tags on them. Okay, that's not ideal. So if you don't know what I'm doing here, this is the developer view of the RTE's website, which in Chrome allows you to scroll through and highlight all the different parts in the code. So essentially, if I do this here, this is how it looks to you, and this is how it looks to the computer. So whenever you're writing code to lift a page, you need to write it to extract particular bits. So if I go down here, I would want to have those paragraphs. So one of the problems is, like, to you or me, again, you can look down there and see, okay, that's the bit I want there, but the code can't do that. So you need to have some way of identifying the part that you want. So in this case, see here, we have an article body class. So I would set the code to extract section and then class article body, and it would give you that bit. So that actually wouldn't be too difficult. If anybody wants to do that. And now Dan's back, and he's much better at hosting than me. So enjoy.
I think you are a very good host yourself. You filled in very ably there for me, for my incompetence. Thank you. Cheers. ZX Guesser says Whiskers can host the stream. Yeah, well, Whiskers is going to take over from Airtel for the future.
Can't tell. She's already on a test card. She's on the. If I hit that, yeah, you probably can't really see that, but she's on the in the circle on the test card there. So she's a star.
Ladies and gentlemen, hey, it is Jason
Hello.
Robertson.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm here finally, fresh from Manchester.
Oh, you sound a bit funny, I think.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Is that any better now?
Oh, that's better, yes.
Is that
I think
better?
so. How is our audio, ladies and gentlemen? Are we pretty much even and equal? Just instead of doing it myself now, I ask other people. I've just become lazy.
Oh,
I
wow.
do have a sound meter here, but I can't measure what's going out. I can only measure what's coming from me, which isn't really very helpful.
What's on your mug, Jason? Is it teletext related?
No, it isn't. I should be, shouldn't I? I should be fortune mug out. It's where's the camera? Oh, gone.
It's disappeared.
He's lost in deep space.
I know, yeah. No, you can't tell. It's a Rob Hubbard mug. You know Rob Hubbard, the
yes.
chiptune. So
I did a teletext page of Rob Hubbard, and it was shown for Teletext Art Fest 2013.
Rob Hubbard's the greatest chiptune artist there ever was. In my view.
Still is. Unless
Yeah,
he's not died, has he?
Those three voices are incredible, isn't it?
Mm.
Oh dear. Right.
So I guess we can start the show properly now.
Now I've bothered to turn up.
No, well, thank you for joining us. No,
Yeah.
it's whatever time. I mean, whatever time you have to spare is great because we love having you on.
I'm finally here.
But for some reason, at about 7 o'clock or 7:10 tonight, we do like a formal intro, and I don't know why, because it's just in case people have missed the start, I suppose. And ZX Guesser asked early again, what have I missed? So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sofa Club. It is the 12th of October 2023, and unfortunately, a rather sad day in the history of teletext, because Airtel has gone. It is no more. The analog version of Airtel has been switched off this afternoon, sadly. But we're not going to forget it. In fact, tonight we're going to look back on the history, a little bit of the history of Airtel, and some recoveries. And to aid us in this effort, we have Mr. Jason Robertson, Grim Fandango.
Hello there. Hello, thank you, Daniel.
Well, thank you, Jason, son. The Teletext Archaeologist. Yeah, good to have you back with us tonight.
Oh,
and
lovely to be here.
Thank you for joining us. And we have Mr. Nathan Dane, Mr. the Teletext Preservationist, I guess, Revivalist.
Pirate.
Oh, yeah. You'll have to, are you going to do the same for Airtel now, Nathan? That's the question.
Yeah, we've been discussing that.
Yeah, there is a possibility, but we'll have to see about that. So it's a sad day, but we're going to hopefully do a bit of celebrating. So what exactly do you have prepared for us tonight, Jason?
What do I have prepared? Well,
yes.
This morning, I got up super early this morning, and I tested out the rig. I got my Skybox connected up to the recovery stuff. I got it going into Linux. I hadn't done that for years, so I had to check it all. And then I thought, well, I've got 10 minutes. Let's try and stream some. So I actually managed to get installed OBS, got it to look at the window, started streaming, thought, brilliant, this is working. So tonight on the stream, we'll be able to watch Airtel. It might not go till midnight. We could just leave it running and we can watch it go. But it's gone. It's already left the room. So that's like, oh. Hello. But, it's gone.
Just
And,
like you. You just disappeared at the same time.
I know. I got so excited, I pressed the space bar, which appears to turn everything off.
Well, ZX Guesser says he nearly put that on this morning, but he's no webcam currently, so it would have been a bit of a waste. And he also says, I'm a bit disappointed. I was expecting you all to be wearing a black shirt and tie.
At least I'm in a shirt.
Yeah, and I'm wearing black.
There you go, between the two of us.
Yeah, you're short with tie now, Dan.
Yeah, I don't have one with me. I have the Max Headroom shades, but no tie, unfortunately. So quickly, before we get into the meat of the show, I'd like to show you a couple of clips or a couple of pictures from the very, very early days of Airtel here, which might be a good way to start things off, I think.
Do we know when it started? It's mid-80s, isn't it?
Yes,
Airtel?
1986. And here we have, courtesy IEARB1, some pages from an early RTE teletext transmission. And this, as you can see here, the 7th of January, 86. So this page is part of a test transmission of Airtel, a new teletext service from RTE. These test transmissions will be used to check signal quality, and a more extensive service will be introduced in the new year. So the very, very beginnings of Airtel. And actually, 86 is, you might say, quite late for Ireland to join into the teletext party. And it did take quite a while for them to jump onto the bandwagon, but 86 it was. And here we have the test transmissions that they were showing, including the, is that Irish language or Gaelic language? Part of the service.
What, on 143, yeah.
Yeah.
The camera's in the way, I can't see that. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's the Gaelic radio channel.
Gaelic, right.
It's one of the stations that's on the Northern Ireland repeat. There's when I was saying earlier on, we can receive transmissions from down south up here. There's also a system whereby we get RTE 1, 2, and that Gaelic radio station via UK Northern Ireland transmitters as well. It's repeated up here, but unfortunately they strip all the Airtel and things out of it before it gets this length. So,
Wow.
What a swizz.
Yeah.
I know. So there's a map of Italy. I guess it's kind of a graphical demo, which is pretty cool, I think. So teletext is sort of made for maps, in my head at least. So it's a nice little drawing there that somebody has done.
Do you know what? When I first got a ZX81 in 1981, I just really wanted to, because the graphics are very similar. Because in a ZX81, it's a 2x2 matrix, and it's like, I think it makes really teletext-like graphics on a ZX81. But of course, I don't think I realized it at the time, but teletext is 3x2 on the pixels there. So there's sort of like 4 pixels on a ZX81, but there's 6 pixels on a teletext set.
Yes. Yeah, well, that's one big difference, because I'm trying to think how many systems that did use 6 pixels. I think there were others, but largely teletext is the 6 pixel master. Although I would say that, wouldn't I?
You would.
I would. Look at that. Teletext characters. That explains it quite perfectly, actually. So, right. So it's 6 by 8. I guess is a typical character block, or the
Yeah,
equivalent of a
35.
sixel area of
5
sixels.
by 7. Oh, see,
Apparently,
with the gap at the end. I think it was
yes.
talking about. Yeah, this is like because in what happens with Teletext characters is that it's 6 by 8. That yeah, it's they've got it 6 by 8 there. I'm not sure. I'd put it as 10. In fact, I don't think it's 8. But what happens is they set the pixels there and the R that you can see on the screen, but that would appear quite blocky on a set. So what actually happens in a TV set is that we kind of blur the gap between each little pixel there in a technique called anti-aliasing, and it makes it look a lot smoother. So in the emulation of teletext that I do, the characters I use are 12 by 20, which is double that resolution, so that you can get the anti-aliasing in and make it look authentic.
Ah, okay.
So I mean, they've got it down to 8 there, I think, only just so it'll fit on the screen. It's actually 10 because you wouldn't be able to get any descenders on there. The G and the J and the Y, etc. They wouldn't fit on an 8 if it was 8 tool. So shame on you, Tel.
Yeah. So if teletext was just a bit more capable, then potentially we could have had, instead of sixels, we could have had 6 by 8 blocks of little smaller pixels.
Yeah, I mean, 8-bit computers were 8 by 8 pixels.
Okay.
So it's kind of it's a bit of a funny one, teletext. In trying to emulate a teletext display on things like a Commodore 64 or a Spectrum or something like that, it's quite difficult because the characters just don't fit on the screen. You can't get sixels on really. You have to make economies in the pixels and the characters, so you can't have proper descenders on a 8-bit computer because it's only an 8 by 8 square. It just physically won't go.
ZX Guesses says the SAA 5050 character ROM is 5 by 9, so not sure what they're going for there.
Yeah, 5 by 9. I mean, 5 by 9? Well, yeah, with a gap at the edge, yeah.
Yeah.
They got a gap at the edge, haven't they?
So we have a few more index pages, courtesy our chap, i.e. ARB1, from 88, 92, 94 and 98, to try and fill us in here. We've got a nice variety of colours here, actually. Back in 88, we had red and white. Then 92, it's more Ceefax-ish, Ceefax 2, with red and black. And same again for 94. And then by 98, it's closer to what we eventually had. Let's have a look. 2004, this one, actually. And then 2000.
If you spin back, Dan, to the earlier ones, the early 90 ones.
Yeah. Which one? 98, 92?
Keep going back in time there, that'll do.
88.
If you have a look at the header row there, where you've got P100, Airtel 100, Saturday 12th November, that's very much an Oracle header. Because you've got the RTE station ID there. That's where the ITV would go in Oracle, and Sen and Lun for London. So it's very much a sort of a copy of the Oracle header. But if you spin on a bit further, it turns into a Ceefax header. So if you go forward in time, that's another Oracle style one. If you spin on another one, that's Ceefax style header, because the station ID is gone and there's enough room in the date to put the date in now without squishing the day number up to the day.
Right. And then 98. Quite a bit different, actually. They've gone with the blue border, but not completed it.
That kind of looks quite a bit like Foretell.
It does a bit, doesn't it?
I mean, I'm sorry to keep comparing it with like UK series, but this is what I'm used to.
I'd be interested to know what company provided all the equipment and things for it, because we know who did most of the services over here, but I'm not aware of who did Airtel. Don't know if anybody else knows.
That's a good
It's-
question.
Sometimes there's a giveaway, like the subtitles. Who is it that is it Softel? You see
Yeah.
sometimes in subtitles. Yeah, so sometimes there's a bit of a giveaway as to what it is. The equipment, the equipment that generates the pages will sometimes have an identifier in it, like Softel does in the subtitles sometimes. Yeah, I can't think of any others.
Well, you get various test pages and things, but I think they're usually specific to teletext services, aren't they, rather than equipment?
I mean, I know you get the dead giveaway for an Intel fact recovery is there's usually a test page at the AA, wherever the magazine is, 1AA, 3AA, wherever that if there's a test page at AA, then it's an Intel facts service dead giveaway. It's always very useful because it tells you what the year is as well. So without having to try and guess, it's there for you.
ZX Guesser says, I think we do know what system they used, but I can't remember. There's an ex-employee on the Facebook group, and Peter K says, MRG didn't have Airtel as a customer. Have you just remembered, Jason?
No.
Oh, right. I thought
no,
from your reaction there, I thought you'd remembered.
It's just that you said Peter K, and I was thinking, Peter K? Like
Bamboozle. Bamboozle. You know your relationship's failing when you're sitting round watching Bamboozle in bed.
Hacked it, booked it.
Oh,
yeah. Dan doesn't have to try though, because he sounds like Peter K anyway.
Yeah. Thank you. People said I sound like Vernon K actually, so nearly.
I'm not even gonna try doing an accent. I always just embarrass myself.
Probably a good idea. So Sarah Burgess is here. Hello, Sarah. Good to see you this evening. Glad you could join us. Now, ZX Guesser says, remember Airtel holidays?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got to do that now, haven't we?
How hard can it be?
I've just put the RT1 on the satellite, on the old satellite there. Just see what it was doing. Which is pretty much doing the same as channels do on satellite in the UK. They've got subtitles on 888 still. So I think what I might do is take a grab of that and see if there's anything else hiding. I'm sure somebody's already done this, but let's take a grab and see if we can see if there's anything else hiding in the data streams. Probably not, but
well,
doesn't hurt to look.
That would be fun.
If I can set this stream up. Now I went to the effort of doing it this morning. It's about 7:15. It was 7:15 this morning. I was doing this for this stream. It's a waste of time because RTE have left the building already.
Well, that effort has not gone unnoticed. In fact, we could maybe play back your test stream if you like.
Well, I haven't. Do you know what? I haven't decoded it yet. So I'll get that going in the background. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch on to Linux, and depending on where my camera's connected to, I might go off. So I don't know. Let's see. I might disappear. If I go, that's where I've gone. I've gone to Ubuntu. Sounds like an Olivia Newton-John song, doesn't it?
Anyway. Was it with the Bee Gees? No, it was
ELO, yeah.
Oh, ELO, not Bee Gees.
Ubuntu, do Ubuntu. Yeah,
now we are here.
I'll see you in a minute.
Okay, cheers, Jason. So Peter K, VT.
Oh, it's still working.
Oh, you're still here. Peter Kwan says,
I can't hear you though.
Peter Kwan's. He won't get that because he can't hear us. Peter Kwan says, we did have Petty Power as a customer. I visited their TV studios near Dublin. They had a couple of people doing promotional pages to be sent to RTE. What I did a page once for a racing service, and it was a picture of Fred Doan of Betfred. Uh, there you go. that's my that's my related story. But yeah, I had a couple of people doing promotional pages to be sent to RCE. Yeah, I guess there was a lot of cross-pollination with the British services and the Irish services, Miss Moneypenny. Yeah. In fact, if you listen to Carl's Teletext People podcasts, a lot of the guys on there do talk about the relationships that they had with the Irish services with RTE Airtel. So fantastic, yes. ZX Guesser says, sound, have you cut the sound? No doubt a reference to Partridge or something. Actually,
no, it's a reference to a talkback recording from from the 1970s with lots of swearing in it.
right. Is that
basically there was an outside broadcast with Stuart Norris for Eurovision 1976, I think, and various things went wrong and someone leaked a recording of the talkback, and it's very entertaining. If you haven't watched it, you should absolutely watch it.
Yeah, well, maybe we should watch it on this show, right? Before we go any further, I'd like to point out that the magnificent Wimpy 3, aka Wim de Wingett, has made this wonderful artwork for us tonight. Farewell to Airtel, 86 to 2023, and it is a shame, isn't it? It encapsulates our emotions at this point in time. The fact that Airtel is gone. Hold on a minute. I'll shine the light on me again because I've moved position. Because I literally have to move over so you can see it. There you go. It's like presenting the weather, isn't it? But there you go.
What's funny as well is sometimes when you turn your head, I don't know what way the reflection on the headphones is, but it sometimes shines through the headphones and it looks like you've got a hole in the side of your head. It's not doing it now.
Oh, I need to get closer to the cam. There you go.
I think with these,
I miss you like a hole in the head.
With these background things, I think if you go further and further backwards, eventually you disappear in a funny way. I haven't got enough room now. I can't. Anyway, I've got it streaming. I'll send you the link in a minute.
Oh, excellent. SQU says filler packets and subtitles on 888 are still on air.
They are.
On Airtel.
There's a page 100.
What does it say? This service is no more.
Presumably it's just a filler header, is it?
Yeah, it's got nothing in it. It's just...
Oh. What a shame. What a shame. What a shame, ladies and gentlemen.
Hang on a minute. Back to Linux.
ZX Guesser says, I'm never sure where to comment for Dan to see it. Well, I'm usually checking the YouTube chat, but I'm also keeping an eye on Discord. So you guys out there, feel free to use either. And actually, today, for once, I've been useful and actually put a link down in the description for you to join the Teletext Discord if you aren't already. And there is also a link for the Sofa Club and Podcasts room within that Discord. So you can leave messages there. I think actually you need to be confirmed, don't you, though? You need to be verified. So you have to post something in the introductions if you want to join the Discord.
And just hello isn't enough. Like, you need to actually say, you know, hello, I am so-and-so, I have such and such, because a bot could do that. The idea is that we know it's not, you're an actual person and not just a piece of code.
And also, don't mention Teletext holidays, otherwise you'll be booted, just like in the Facebook group. ZX Guesser says, Nathan knows his references. Yeah, possibly those are the sorts of conversations that go on in the Discord, in the general tab. So that's a good promotion there. A good bit of promotion for the Teletext Discord. Jason's disappeared. Let's go on speaker view for a second. Okay, so if you're just joining us tonight, we're mourning the passing of Aertel. And momentarily, we're going to be having a look at some historical and current captures of the Aertel analog teletext service, which today bit the digital dust. And we thank you for joining us tonight. So I think it was about, 2 or 4 p.m. that it went off the air for good. Jason is currently squirreling away to see what he can find, if anything is still on there. So yes. Peter K says, time to start up. It's time to start up Aertel holidays. Aertel holidays. Remember Aertel holidays? That's my stand-up show.
I can't remember the exact quote now, but I remember he said something about waiting for the sub page to come round again, and by the time it came round, somebody else had bought it.
Yeah, that was definitely true.
I can't remember the exact quote now, but
yeah. Well, I went on a few teletext holidays when I was younger. My parents would buy them from Teletext, not Ceefax, Teletext. So yeah, we know the struggle. We know the struggle, and indeed, Mr. Graham Lovelace says it's an apocryphal story that there were like 90 pages on a carousel. But I know for a fact, because I've seen some of them from around 2005, 2006 on Teletext, they were above 80 pages, and I'm sure some of them were even above 100, 100. And
I'm not 100% sure how they managed that, because I think you're only legally supposed to have, like, what is it, 70 something sub pages in a
Right.
carousel. Naughty.
Naughty. Well, I guess at that point they were just flagrantly breaking the rules willy-nilly.
Not to worry, I have the spec here. We can look this up and check it.
ZX Guesser says there was less than 80. So he's way ahead of you. He's memorized all of it.
Useless.
And Super Wonderstar is here. Good to have you watching tonight. Cheers. He says, to enter the Teletext Discord, please confirm how many pixels are used by each character. I don't even know that myself. So there you go. Nobody is allowed into the disco. ZX Guesser says there were less than 80 because they ran out of subcodes. There you go. This never would have happened in level 2.5. Level 2.5. Yeah, gkthemac confirms 79 subpages is the max, I think. Now, you know, I'm going to have to find this now. I'm going to have to find it, because I definitely have a monster carousel somewhere. Let's have a look.
Hey, Dan.
Yes.
I'm now streaming. I've just sent you a link on the old Discord there.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So hopefully that should be a live picture of Aertel.
Okay. Oh, excellent.
Is it working?
I'm just going to have a look now.
Now, then there'll be the technical challenge of...
Oh, this video is not available anymore, I'm getting. Unfortunately.
Oh, no, it isn't. Why isn't it?
That's because Airtel's gone off the air. It knows what you're doing.
I know. Now, wait. Well, I'm glad it knows what I'm doing, because I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, excellent.
Why is this complicated?
Well, anything easy
What's
in
going
life is
on?
not worth doing. That's why. Yeah. So yes, feel free to post in Discord or the YouTube chat. I'll keep my eye on both of them. So
Got both
Jason,
of them opened here as well. So
Jason is gonna beaver away at that.
Oh, he's disappeared into deep space again.
Diddle-a-doo.
It was working, but it's only recorded a minute 22. What a pest. Hang on a minute.
Pest. Don't worry, we'll edit this out. We'll fix this in the edit.
Fix it in post.
Okay, well, while Jason is looking for that, I do have something else that we can look at here. And it's an interesting post that I found on Twitter this week, and it is related to our subject tonight. Gavin O'Reilly says, my version of how often do you think of the Roman Empire, that meme that they have going around, is how often do you think about how every Aertel headline was exactly 33 characters long? The answer is more often than I should be admitting to in a forum such as this. And we can see a wonderful screenshot here of the excellent work that the journalists did on Aertel. I'm not sure when this is from, but look at that. That's perfect, exactly how these line up.
And the more things change, the more they stay the same. See, the middle headline is about Palestine.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that screenshot is from that online viewer that they had. And it's quite interesting if you actually look at the code of it, because it seemed whatever they were using to convert the pages from, well, I think it's interesting anyway, from teletext to HTML, could do text, but it couldn't handle graphics. So you'll see they've actually just stuck a PNG in the top, or well, not a PNG, but an image of some description in the top to do that headlines bit. That's not actually teletext. That's just a picture that they've pasted on top to make it sort of look right. If you go back to, I think, 2001, the pages have no graphics at all. It's just completely blank. You can see all these blank spaces where there should be graphics. So all the folks here who have coded their own HTML viewers, there you go. You have a better viewer than Aertel had.
Well, it worked.
Well done.
That's the important thing, that it worked. Okay.
Yeah, well, indeed, yeah. To be fair, it would have been, I imagine anyway, it would have been a lot harder to do that in 2001 than it is now. So, yeah, 601.
Yeah, I think in 2023 they'd stop doing that perfectly lined up thing, because I've seen a screen grab, and I guess, well, once it was being phased out, they began to care less about that. So it could have even been automated by that point, I'm guessing. So we have here Jason's stream, and as you can see, nothing is there at the moment.
Is that live, right? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, it says...
Wonder how come they're still transmitting a proper header with proper time and all on it.
Ah, interesting. Maybe they've not finished shutting it down properly.
That is interesting. It's almost as if someone's went to the inserter or data bridge or whatever they use and has just deleted all the pages off it, and it's just sitting there not knowing what to do anymore. So it's just spitting out header and filler.
Yeah.
So it might not have been switched off per se, just wiped.
What's on 888, Jason? Yeah, would we be able to see that? Ooh, I don't know if Jason's busy. But yeah. This is like 15, 20 seconds behind as well, so we'll have to wait for that to load. Hello? Aha. And Super Wonderstar, actually, I missed this. He says, I used to be able to transmit more than 79 subpages. To the max the teletext system allowed was 99. but past 80, it made the control bits go funny, so pages would clear and go wonky because it was outside of the spec. So, Ant, where exactly did you work? Are you able to tell us? What was the nature of your involvement in Teletext? If, of course, you're able to tell us. So, oh, Jason. I don't know if Jason knows if we can see this.
Yes. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No? Yes?
I can hear you, even though you're up
good.
even though you're up in space, man.
He's the rocket man.
SQU says, go on.
There doesn't appear to be any subtitles on this program.
Well,
So what?
Uncle SQU says 888 on Airtel 1 is empty at the moment. On Airtel 2, there are some subtitles.
Well, that's weird.
Wow.
Is this actually a live feed, Jason?
Yeah, that's live, yeah.
Okay. That's proof that it's
hang on
gone.
a second.
1942-42 is frozen. Yes. So,
there we go.
And they swim in the shallow waters. It's true. It's not one of your funny sketches, Noel. Oh, that's actually a fairly good reception. Coffee, vanilla, and Emmen whipped cream.
Yeah, there's some noise somewhere in the chain here. They're perfectly fine on the TV, but when it gets to the computer, a bit noisy for some reason.
At least that's still going. It says English at the top there. If we went to a different page, would we get the Irish subtitles?
I don't think there generally are any.
Ah, okay.
There's a whole channel for that if you want.
Oh, I see.
Actually, there's a point. I wonder where was there teletext in any of the other channels? I don't remember hearing of it, so I'm assuming probably not.
Well, there's Sawview, or I'm not sure how it's pronounced, Surview or Sawview.
Serview, I think it is. Yeah, that's their equivalent of Freeview. Ser literally means free, so it's literally preview in Irish.
You are halfway through. Do you think this is including Louis through somehow? Or do you think the program is halfway through and they've just slipped in a little pun there? Somebody's a fan of Louis.
If I had the right TV up here, I could actually watch along with it and see it live. But the channels are in DVB-T2 HD, which means I can't get them on this TV up here.
Ah, that's a shame. But it's interesting seeing this. A ghost. Oh, actually, TNC's Apply has found an example of a page, a carousel with more than 90 subpages. I'm going to have to bring that up.
It's crammed full as well. It's a real information overload job.
Yeah, well, I'm guessing that's from round about 2005. Oh, it looks like a Teletext Holidays thing. And they would be a bit naughty, I think. Now, you're looking at this and probably most of those holidays are gone now. Well, definitely at this point. Hey!
Let's phone that number up at the bottom, shall we, and see if there's any left.
I did do that once on one of these shows, but nothing worked. Well. Spoil Sports. Here we go. TNC's Apply has posted this. There you go, 93. And look at the stuff that they've squished onto that page. There's so much information there. and yet there is room for more. You can see that they've not even properly inserted the commas. What's this?
Just crammed as much in as possible there, I think. Can you imagine reading about halfway down that list and then the subpage goes on to the next one?
Yeah. Securitytravel.co.uk.
Is that page still up?
It could be, yeah. Quote Channel 5. So this is from Channel 5. Now, I don't know if I can beat 93, but I have seen pretty big.
Securitytravel.co.uk cannot be reached. That's the end of my holiday this year then.
You'll have to get on Airtel holidays. Oh, 93. I've got another one here with 93 on it. I don't know if it's the same one. Is it? It is. It's probably the same one. 2006. It's got 93 subpages. Here we go. So this is the full carousel. This might be the same one. We'll see if we can find the same thing. Matches, we've got... Oh, look at this. We've got some dating thingies here. That didn't work. Try to zoom it out. Guitar playing hippie, smoker 31, reeks, laid back and honest, female.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Oh, what are you in?
Well, you know, smoker, reeks. What's not to like?
There you go. Let's have a look here. We did have some fun looking at the original, the first ever broadcast, didn't we, Jason, of Teletext Limited, and that had some fake dating ads on. Are you the only gay in the village? Get chatting now with Man to Man. That's definitely after Little Britain, then.
Is that Adamant?
Yeah, I thought that. Adamant is on this chat line, is he? This is not a live or dating service. Telecom Express.
Look at that red on magenta.
Well, at this point, they just did what they liked, didn't they?
It's, you know, the equivalent of like small print, isn't it? You can't read it.
Steve Horsley said that there was no manual of style for these colours. They could just pick whatever they wanted. There's Santa Claus. Where is he gone? There he is.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
No, I don't think this is the same, but yeah, he did say there were 93 on all of them, so there you go. But we're actually looking at Channel 5 here, and that's not Airtel. There you go. So they maxed out everything. They were basically just going crazy at this point. N. Hanks. Is that his name? Or is that North Hants? ZX Guesser says, have you ever looked at the pre-launch 5-text recovery on a stream? No, I haven't, but I did actually look at it in real life when it was happening. So that's something.
We never even got Channel 5 here.
What a shame. You are halfway through. We are still halfway through on Jason's stream.
Halfway through what?
Well, it says on the stream, we are halfway through.
Oh.
Oh, not anymore. Actually, I'm behind. I
was going to say I've moved on since then. I've been trying all the other channels to see if there's anything going on.
Well, I'll put that up on stream. Did you find anything? No, shame. Well, I guess it's completely gone then. It's been wiped. Missing, presumed wiped. But I do believe, Jason, you did get a capture this morning.
I did. Should we have a look at it?
That might be
that's more technology I've got to try and sort out.
Oh no! What are you having for your dinner there?
pizza.
Oh, excellent. Teletext Pizza Club.
I've been in the office all day, so I haven't been able to follow the AirText saga. Then I went from Stoke to Manchester, from Manchester to home, and then I switched the computer on, and I'm literally here. It's that sort of day.
And then to Ireland for Airtel.
And then to Ireland, yeah. Anyway,
Teletext Guesser, do you have the pre-launch 5 text recovery? Maybe we could have a look at it later when we're done with Airtel. Okay, so not much is happening there. I'll bring us back.
let me fire up the. Oh no, I've not recovered it, have I?
Oh no.
Could have been doing that. It won't take long. It's got a beefy GPU in it.
Okay.
We'll set this going.
So let's see. Just while we're on the subject, actually, it's a shame because Airtel is not the only teletext service that is going, because the MTV service in Finland is going to be phased out. So this is not WireLee. It's not the one that we've had the teletext art on. This is MTV, and I don't think it's music television. I'm not sure what it stands for, but they're scaling down their operations much like they are in Ireland. And unfortunately, there will be no more room for the MTV teletext service. There you go. So 2 bits of bad news in the same week. It's a shame because we always hear about these services being switched off, but we hardly ever hear about these new services. So guys out there, you need to follow Nathan's lead and start your own teletext services. Pardon me. Okay. So Jason is working away there.
I am, yeah. Sorry, I can't talk and think.
That's okay. I'm just filling time, that's all.
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got Daniel M 2019. Oh, he hasn't joined during the stream, by the way. He joined early today. I thought we'd had somebody join the Discord since I mentioned it, but no.
Oh, yeah. That was earlier on, I think.
Okay, so I'll do a bit of a quick promotion while we're filling in here. So you may have seen in the last show that we did the Summer of Teletext exhibition on a bunch of European teletext services. Well, we're going to have another one coming up very soon, hopefully. First of all, we've got the Advent calendar on WireLee and hopefully some others. I'm going to see who else I can get involved with our project this year. So please do send in your teletext art for that. Accepting entries now. And secondly, Carl has got a teletext art project, which is called The Last Ever Teletext Show 2023. And he is asking for submissions that relate to things that have happened this year. Anything from the year 2023 you can depict in teletext. Send that off to him, and he will project it onto the side of Jaywick Martello Tower, which I can say is very impressive. It's quite a sight. And with a bit of luck, the first or the second week in December, we're going to have a live show to launch that, and we're going to look at some of the artwork actually shown on the side of the tower. So the deadline for both of those projects is the end of November if you want to submit something. And for the Christmas one, see if you can make it Christmas related. But in the past, we've shown things that aren't. Like, some of my favorites from last year were some very, very glitched looking pages from Zoe Wolf, who is a Game Boy camera photographer. And some of her artworks were converted to the teletext format. And I think they were very unique and a highlight, I must say, of the Teletext Art December that we had last year. So yeah, please submit to either me or Carl, and they'll get to the right place. They'll get to the right place. We've actually had some submissions for the calendar already, but I can't do them yet myself personally. I feel it's a little bit too early. Nalto says, I'll be leaving again soon to grab a pizza from Domino's. Ah, that makes two of us eating pizza. Just learned about this Finnish teletext closure. Yeah, unfortunately, that is the case. But YLE continues to run, and it's got a good few years to run yet. And we're hopefully going to be doing more teletext projects with them in the coming years. So keep an eye out for those. So Nolto, if you fancy getting back into teletext arts, then we'll gladly accept your submissions for the Advent calendar. If indeed you want to, that's something you'd like to do. So, Nathan, how is the Ceefax stream going these days? How many people do you on average get viewing it?
Let's see. At the moment, there are 3 people watching. There were 7 earlier. It's dropped. You usually get something like 120, 30 odd per day ish. And yeah, so it does all right. It does all right. Whenever it crashes, which it does every so often, and you relaunch it again, it usually gets quite a peak of viewers for like a couple of hours, and then it tends to go down. So I think whenever you launch a new stream, YouTube pushes it more. So it's not necessarily a bad thing that it crashes every so often, because it forces it back to the top of everybody's lists. So there's a wee hack for you. But I can actually, if you keep watching there, there's about a 30-second lag, but I have here, if I can pull out enough cable, I have here the remote control.
Hold on, I've stopped the share because my screen is enormous, and going full screen has made everything go a bit crazy. So I'll bring that back up for you just now. Sorry.
Yeah, there we go. I have the remote control here, so I can hit I don't know, what page number do you want to see? I can hit 100, and I can see it appear here right away, and in about 15-20 seconds or so you'll see it type in on your side. So there's 100 has loaded here, but there's a lag between it. It's stopped on your side. It's not playing at all. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
There you go. So yeah, I have it. Oh, I don't know what's happening now.
How have I selected the video? Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Okay.
Is that me?
No, it's me this time.
Oh.
Messing up. Right, there we go. It's back. I made it all blue.
Yes. So I can, I have the remote here, and there's a serial connection goes underground over to the attic. So I can remote control the decoder from here, so I can fire it up on this monitor and do whatever.
So what else is on this service? Is it mainly 152, or is
on Pages From, as in the live stream?
Yeah, it pulls pages from your full service, doesn't it? From your website.
Yeah. 152, they call it the newsreel. So it has the headlines page and a couple of sort of top story pages from other sections. So if you wait for it to come round again. So you'll see you have there's about 15-20 pages just of news stories. Then there's the headlines page that gives you a list of all the headlines. There's a couple of weather pages. There's the sport headlines. There's the top 40 hits chart as well. Those are all just on a loop, so they go around. And then if you're watching at the right time, like at the moment, you might catch me on typing pages in and testing things. So I can make it all go double height as well from here. So I can hit that button and you'll see it's double height, and that'll appear on your side as well. And I can also, if I don't have Bamboozle on Ceefax, obviously, but if I did, you can cheat on it because we have hex keys. So you can type in the hexadecimal number.
Oh.
So there aren't really any interesting pages hidden on Ceefax, but like I can do 1cc, which on Ceefax Northern Ireland is the clock don't know what's happened there. Clock cracker page. So you'll see it there. And there's also a hidden status page. So there's a challenge for somebody to go and find that.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be lots of people scrambling for that.
It's not that hard to find, but it's on there, yeah.
Sarah says, perhaps Dan has stolen some of Nathan's Ceefax viewers. Well, I apologize for that.
I had actually thought it would be quite cool if we had an advertisement sort of page. You could stick it in the carousel whenever there's a stream live. But I haven't done that. So, but I do think that would be quite cool. So if you want to do an advertisement for yourself, fire it through and I'll stick it on here.
Yeah, you very kindly captured some of my artwork once on a carousel, didn't you? And it's still up on your channel.
Yeah, that was on the first Envision decoder when it was literally a pile of wires on my desk in Belfast. That wasn't even here. I built up a prototype board. When would that have been? 2019, I think. Oh, the cat's yowling now. Where is it? Yeah, here you go. If I share that. Let me just see. Oh, I can't share at the same time as you.
Try again.
Yeah, there you go. That was the original teletext decoder. It's that was the prototype. So it has improved a bit since then. But that was that carousel that I captured for you that came from that mess.
That was good. Yeah. I've got that on my website as well as a show reel, so thank you. I owe you for that. Cheers. Rusty Russ is here. He's been here for a while, and I think I missed his comment earlier. But he asks, in regards to your stream, your teletext service, Nathan, is page 159 showing the emergency contacts for BBC staff?
159. The page is there, but there's nothing on it. You'll see it says this information page is for NMS staff, of which there is one. I did actually think, because originally the BBC had, I don't know if they still have it, but they had at 159, and it was a page 159 which showed emergency information. There was also a Twitter handle at 159, and there was a phone number you could call that ended in 159, and I'm not 100% sure what it was all about, but it was like emergency information about BBC Studios. If that Twitter handle was still existed, that at 159, I actually thought about capturing it and putting it back on the page, but it doesn't exist anymore. So that's one of the pages that just sort of stays blank because I don't really know what to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
There are no incidents at the moment.
that's good.
So that's good. I think I did put up once when there was flood or a snow outside our house or something. I think I put a notice up that it was snowing outside or something, but that hence, yeah, look at, because it was updated last in December, so that would be about right. But yeah,
I think the Red Button service does have a 159 still. I think
it used to until recently, but it did. It stopped, I think, around the time they announced the closure, and it never came back after that, I think. Oh, Alistair Cray has found the hidden status page.
Oh, yes.
There's a shock.
So,
and he's taken the card to blur out the page number as well, yes.
Nicely, yeah.
Nice touch, I like it.
He's quick, isn't he? I'll give him that. So we've got here, courtesy Ant from last night, it is Aertel, and it's on ZX Guess's online viewer, as you can see here.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like that. Wonder, can I get that on my monitor?
That would be cool, wouldn't it?
That would be cool.
What do you mean on your actual teletext stream thingy? On the
not
Pages
sure.
from Ceefax
I'm not sure if I can do that. I would need the T42 file, and I would need to know how many lines per field it is.
I'm sure somebody can provide that.
Yeah.
I noticed that in the test broadcasts there weren't any Gaelic characters, but there is on this one. So I don't think there's a Gaelic character set as such, is there? There's lots of other European languages, but not a Gaelic one specifically. So I guess this will be a packet 28, wherever it is.
26. It'll be a 1.5 enhancement anyway.
Yeah, you can choose a character from another character set in the higher level teletext and pop it on the screen. So it's probably something like that, isn't it?
I did wonder about that, because the euro sign, will it be somewhere in this service? Or what's happened down here? It disappeared, the bottom bar.
No, I think it's supposed to be like that.
That's
Oh,
that
is it?
flash.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Okay. Looks like a missing flash thing.
Flash. So yeah, the euro sign. On a couple of captures, I noticed it was just a capital E. But if they have the facility, maybe they could actually have, the real euro symbol.
Alistair sent me through a T42 file here, so I will have a go here and see if I can get it on here with the decoder. Oh. The cat's not happy. What's wrong with you? What?
So this is what we saw earlier. You can see flashing up here, the E is flashing between the modification and the uppercase E, which is interesting.
Yeah, the uppercase E will be a fallback, won't it? There's on a good teletext service, you'll have a fallback for level 1 sets, and for whatever reason they capture, it's falling back to level 1.
ZX Guesser says, I believe they did use level 1.5 euros, 1.5 euros, but on my viewer it will still show as the old symbol. CE symbol, I think. So what else is on here? Oh, it goes from 700 to 888. So let's go back to 100. So I wonder if there is actually much stuff on here. By the end, I'm guessing it was a skeleton bare bones service and pretty much automated. Interesting how they've drawn Aertel here. Yeah, I mean, I would have rounded off this A personally, because they've done it for the R, but I'm just nitpicking there. ZX Guesser says the reason that is flickering. What was that on 700? The reason it's flickering here is because they are transmitting the pages 1 billion times a second. 1 billion times a second? Is that even possible? It does look funny though. So yeah, it is pretty much a skeleton service as that comes back around. In fact, we've got public info on 590 that we can have a look at. So they've got the transmitter information, TV license, etc. So this still survived to the end. Oh no, it's gone. No. Well, they used to have the hotlines, or the telephone lines here on 700, I guess. What was it, 580? 590. There was something on 599 I noticed there. Is it? Ah, no, it's not the clock cracker. Airtel Mobile. Yeah, well, who would do that when you can get the actual teletext service? And you can text Airtel to that number for 25 cents. $169. Is that still there? The transmitter information. Do you think there's going to be a lot on this page? Do you think there's going to be subpages? Oh, 8 subpages.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, and I like the magenta theme that we have here as well. You know what? Do you think we can find some teletext art somewhere?
Do you know what? I don't think there is any
No,
on RTE. I've looked.
that's a shame. To facilitate receiver alignment, 2RN transmitter test pattern on LCN 51. I don't know what this means. We need call. Oh, it says serve you as well there. Interesting.
CN?
Oh, the Radio 1 service from this transmitter has now ceased. I guess a lot of things have ceased. Let's go back to 100.
That was the old long wave service. They've killed it as well. That was 252 long wave that last page was referring to.
Oh. Well, 500 is gone as well at this point. Travel Finders, it's gone. It just does 590 and 599 in that specific magazine. The TV index, is that still there? Is anything still here? The weather should be there, shouldn't it? People need the weather. Just have to wait for it to load up here.
I've got it working.
Oh, have you? Oh,
Yeah.
let's
We now have Airtel on the pages from Ceefax decoder.
well,
Look at that. That is cool, that, isn't it?
let's get that on. Let's get that up. There it is. The lottery
Yeah, it's
numbers.
showing with the fallback E instead of a euro on my decoder because my decoder's not is only level 1.
Ah, I see.
1, 2.
Does it support alpha black then? Foreground
It
black.
does do alpha black, but it does it in a really weird way.
Right.
And that's all I'm gonna say about that.
Well, at least it kind of works.
It kind of works, yeah. I'm trying to remember. The reason I'm not saying anymore is because I can't remember if it's this chip or the other one. There was 2 chips that I tested for doing decoders with, and one of them, you could write alpha black to the memory, so you could make black writing if you were coding it, but it wouldn't actually decode it if it received it over the air, and I don't know why. I think it might have been this chip, but I can't remember. But yeah, that's this is my first time looking through Airtel, so there you go. Or this version of it, because we had the MHEG version on Sairview, but we didn't have this version. What page do you want?
Well, I wanted to
We
look
can
at the dating, but I think it's gone off. It's gone. I think it was 500 and something, but it's no
Well, we
longer
can.
710.
Oh,
It's no longer there, though, is it?
there's only 2 pages on 500, 590 and 599.
Is 710 still there? I don't think it is it?
710. Oh, that's 727. Oh, my 7 key has got stuck.
Oh no!
No, there's only. It looks like there's only a 700 on that magazine.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just that closed down message is just on there. Anything on? Presumably there will be subtitles on the 888. No, there's not.
No. They were closing down at that point. It's like a Friday night and everybody's clocked out pretty much mentally.
Let's see, weather 160.
The out-of-date weather.
Just gotta wait for it to come round.
I
There's
wonder
no-
what. I was just going to say, I wonder what your viewers watching this right now on your stream think of what's going on. What's happening? It's changed to
I'm just
Airtel.
wondering, is there any comments? Oh, there is a comment
Airtel's
from Alistair Cree. That's not Ceefax. Yeah, there's been an invasion. That's what's happened. There's a political one for you. Let's not take that any further, shall we?
Oh, look at that sun. A little piece of teletext art. Now, that has made
Yes.
my day. Excellent. Brilliant. Is there anything on... Is there a map, maybe, on today's
That's what I was trying to see, but it doesn't look like it so far.
Oh, it's a
New
nice piece
trailers.
of graphic design. Stolen from Teletext Limited, but I do like that.
I don't know if my fast text is broken or their fast text is broken, but somebody's fast text is broken.
162. Oh well. So Jason, how are you getting
Hello.
along over there in Technical Corner?
Well, in technical corner, I've just been fiddling around with the Skybox, and BBC One still carries 888 subtitles on the old analog teletext, which is on the stream there just now.
Oh right. Well, I'm
So
going to have
there's
to.
Actual teletext on BBC One, but only the subtitles.
Just have a quick look at that. But what I wanted to know is if we have some old captures from back in the day, the good old
do.
days of Airtel.
We do. I do have Airtel. I've got a number of Irish services, in fact, from donkeys ago. I've got RT1, RT2, TV3, TG4. Is that it? What others? Any and all I found, I've got captures of. So I think when I first started, because we were talking about shutting teletext services down, this is like 2010. I started to think, well, I better start saving some. So I do have a few live off-air ones, not from videotape, actually recorded at the time.
Okay.
Saved, so we can have a look at some of those. I can, if I can share my screen, I will show you them.
Should
How
be
do you
able
share
to.
screens in this with the share screen button?
Yes. It
In
should be
that
at the
case-
bottom. Oh. Here we go. So what year is
Why
this
is-
from?
Why is Zoom in tiny mode? This is 2010.
Okay, so 13 years ago.
It feels longer than that. It's like only 13. It's just let me put the old cache on. hopefully nobody noticed. So
I
we
didn't.
can have it. No, oh good, right. I'll put the cache on so it'll start caching
Populate.
pages, and we can flick through really quick so we can see what there is. Now, as you say, spotting the teletext art is quite the thing. I mean, this is 2010, and it's very, very similar as to what it was this morning. So what's that?
It's functional, isn't it? It works. Oh, that is very functional.
Yeah, it's yeah. I mean, it's there is graphics. There's where it says business there. You've got graphics on there. I mean, a lot of the European services don't have that. They just have pure text because it's easier, isn't it?
Mm.
It's easy to just do that. So
What
tell
was
me
that?
if you want to start. There we go. There's the old Sunshine there from 2010 still. So it's like literally the same series, isn't it?
Yes.
From 2010, but with different content.
Weather photo. Good job.
Where's
Good
that?
luck showing that actually on the teletext service.
You are quite. TV programs. That's always a good one. I'm sure. I wonder if there'll be record charts in here somewhere. It's BBC Two now because, of course, you could pick up BBC TV from quite a bit of Ireland. I think probably from Wales, I would guess, across the Irish Sea.
Anywhere near the border.
No, I'm from Northern Ireland actually. Yeah, you're very true. Very right. Yeah. UTV there.
They actually set up in a lot of areas what they call reflectors, and they're basically illegal repeaters of Northern Ireland and English transmitters to extend BBC channels further inland. So they would set up big, massive antennas, parabolic and stuff, I think even, and receive distant signals and then retransmit them. And technically it wasn't any different from pirate TV, only they were, using someone else's transmitters. But yeah, that was the thing.
So were they sort of passive then, Nathan? So it's just actually literally reflecting the signal rather than receiving the signal, amplifying it and broadcasting it again?
No, as far as I know, they were actively amplifying it, yeah, but they called them reflectors.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
They just called them reflectors.
Just to make you think they're actually just reflecting it
yeah,
somehow.
something like that, yeah. So they would, I think it was, so there were places very far inland that were still able to get via reflectors, BBC channels. And then eventually that was all sort of done away with, and it was sort of left, if you want that, you need to get satellite, and that was it. With the digital switchover as well, the transmitter power was reduced quite a lot. So the likes of Divis transmitter in Belfast originally transmitted about 500 kilowatts, which is rather a lot. Whereas now it transmits about 100 kilowatts, I think, which is still a right bit, but it's considerably less, so the range isn't as much. Sorry, I've interrupted there.
No, that's okay. Rusty says some of the graphics, like business headlines, etc., reminds me of Ceefax in the early 90s.
Yeah, very much so, don't they?
Yeah, Ceefax 2 at speed.
I think I noticed V is on for this particular day.
V for Vendetta.
With the with the lizards, and you rip the skin off and it's all lizards underneath. They look human, but it's lizards. In the 80s, so you remember? I don't suppose you do. It's very good. It's very good program. Just V. I really enjoyed it.
Let's have a look here. Very yellow.
That's radio. Radio. Oh, look.
Oh, teletext. Art.
And Alpha Black.
Oh, right. Yes. Saturday Night with Miriam. No doubt that artwork is about 50 years old.
Alpha Black again. I mean,
showing off now. Just showing off. Oh.
What? What's Kia 7?
Could be the sponsors. Kia. No.
Like it's a section, isn't it? We've got Premier League.
Premier
news
League
in there.
stuff, yeah.
Yeah. Is this when Stoke are in the Premier League? Just checking. No, is it?
Probably drawing with Wigan.
Yeah. There we go.
Again.
Hey,
Oh, there we go. Yeah,
mid-table.
Wigan.
Yeah.
We didn't get promoted. I mean, relegated. Oh, that was a good season, by the way. That. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that season well. We scored a last-minute goal.
Is that the season where your last game of the season was away at Stoke and
Yes,
Stoke
yes,
lost and you
yes.
stayed up? Is that
That's
the
it.
one?
Yeah,
I was
that's
at
the
that
one.
game.
Were you?
Yeah.
I was at the game before where I think it was West Ham, and it's a very famous game. We won 3-2 and scored in the last minute, and we thought we were down, but Charles Nzogbia slips the ball underneath the goalkeeper, and there you go. So look at this graph. Is it a graph?
I don't know what that is. There's no reveal or anything. I don't know what's going on there.
Well, presumably, as the races are run or whatever, it moves down.
Gets filled in.
Would be
doesn't
me
it?
guess. Yeah.
The totes.com with 2 M's then. Oh,
It's the same everywhere. It's all bookies, isn't it? With on the teletext.
at least it has some graphic headers.
Yeah.
Was that cricket then? Ah,
Where?
Robbie Williams. Snooker.
Robbie Williams is married in LA, apparently.
He's rich beyond his wildest dreams. Oh, holidays. Or birthdays, rather. Holidays and birthdays. G.I. Joe competition. Look at that header. The reviews header. That's very Ceefax in the 70s, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it had the sort of yellow text with the blue background on one line. It's about 80s, actually, I think, that one. There's no
Top
sort
40.
of style, is there? It's kind of fairly haphazard around all the bits and pieces.
Yeah, it is a bit. Colorado Tourist
Extra.
Board.
Subtitles.
So there's much more here than there was last night, I have to say, on Airtel. Presumably it all disappeared slowly over time.
I'm not had a chance to look because when I dropped off a few minutes ago, my PC blue screened, so I had to do a restart because it was trying to do a teletext recovery
Airtel
of
crashed
RT
it.
this morning, and
Oh.
yeah, Airtel crashed my computer. But I've got it running on Linux now, so I don't know how far it's got. But maybe a bit later on we can have a look at what the situation was at 6:45 this morning.
I just seen an Skillen go past there.
And it's killing. Where?
There we go.
I've never heard of any of those films.
No, nor have I.
Revenge of Kitty Galore.
That's
all
very
right,
That's very
all-
appropriate because she started to yowl again here now. Don't know what's wrong with her.
It's all very appropriate films. There's nothing too racy going on there.
I was going to say the Irish equivalent of the British classification board obviously have general audiences rather than PG or universal.
It sounds like you, doesn't
Universal,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Galway. Shrek. The Karate Kid.
Oh, the A-Team. I enjoyed that film. Anyway.
This is like back in the day, isn't it? Just, oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Why is the Y slightly too small?
Dan will have letters. If this is a teen magazine, Dan will have letters in here somewhere.
Oh, these jokes.
Reveal me do. Reveal. There we go.
They're flashing as well. Oh, no.
No, that's me pressing the R key in a,
That's more Alpha Black as well.
I know.
Who sent those in? Did anybody send them in, or did somebody make them up at the service?
With all these Alpha Black, I'm going to write to the Toshak. I'm not having it.
Oops, somebody's birthday there. Oh, these are letters
Oh, it's the
pages, aren't
equivalent.
they?
Yeah, it's the letters page, like they used to have on Teletext, isn't it?
Sports. I'm going to the Belgian Grand Prix and I can't wait, says somebody.
It's quite a big series, isn't it? It keeps on going.
Is this more sport?
Yeah.
It is sponsored by Kia as well.
As in, like, the cars and that.
It looks like.
Looks like it, yeah.
That's my birthday, 4th of August.
Well, happy birthday for then.
Thank you. Happy birthday, 2010.
How old are you in 2010? 12. No, 21 at that point.
89. Imagine that.
In 2010, I would have been about 9.
All right, I was
Oh,
nearly right.
Imagine.
Hints. There's nothing there.
Look how the graphic has moved over a
Yeah.
little bit. It's
They haven't
copied
copied and pasted it properly.
Oh, it's all double height.
That's basic, isn't it?
15 subpages. It's all double height as well, I guess.
I reckon they could have made that 7 subpages, you know, if they'd only used single height.
Yes. Park Yellow 120.
I wonder would that have been on display somewhere? I'm just thinking because
It could be.
it's for the pay and display set up in Dublin, so maybe they had that on display and like near where you paid for it or something. I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Imagine if it was. You'd be standing by the parking machine, wouldn't you, waiting for the carousel to come around and tell you what to do? You'd be there for like a good 15 minutes.
People queuing up to see what's going on. I want page 3.
Oh,
Subtitled
it's a general
cinema
thing,
listings.
isn't it? It's 14 and 15.
It does seem like a sort of a generic announcements thing that might have been on display somewhere, but I don't know where it would have been. Oh, I like the graphic.
Oh,
yeah.
excellent.
It's a Twitter logo.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Green Twitter logo.
That's brilliant, that, yeah.
I like the arrow pointing to it as well.
Yeah,
This is Ireland.
that's right. Yeah,
Just in case you didn't know.
You are here. That's gratuitous, isn't it? That arrow.
I like it. Travel finders. Oh, look at that little pictogram in the top corner.
Oh yeah, sunbed and do you know what? I haven't seen a single palm tree.
Ah, well, they were trying to move away from that stereotype, I'm guessing. Oh,
Well,
foreground
we're in the
back.
holiday section, so surely
Yay!
another sunshine with sunglasses on.
Yeah.
Why is the sun wearing sunglasses? What's it wearing sunglasses against?
If the sun's wearing sunglasses, we're all screwed.
Yeah. Unless it's a double star.
Oh, look at that. Another.
Yeah, computer.
Okay, well. Maximus Corruption says the part with the black squares doesn't count as Ireland. Because the part that's not being pointed to, I'm guessing. Peter Kwan says in...
Hey!
Hey!
Yeah,
There we go. We've arrived.
Why
That's right. I was beginning to get worried then.
Why is there a skateboard? Hey,
Yeah.
skating on the beach. Oh, Matti Ramo is here. He says a quick salute from Finland. Oh, it's nice to have you on the stream. Hey.
Hi, Matty.
Thank you for everything that you do for the Teletext community, Matty.
Just in time for a palm tree.
Yeah. Do you have many palm trees on on Ula, on MTV Text, Matty. Is that a thing over there? Here in Britain, there is a bit of a stereotype that
And Ireland.
teletext, and Ireland. This is Ireland, by the way, Airtel. Um, we have a bit of a stereotype that teletext equals palm trees because of the teletext holidays. So I don't know if that's the case over there in Finland, but
That
yeah.
just looks exactly like an airport display board.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like in the early days of teletext, must have gone around saying, well, what live feeds exist that we can copy and convert to teletext? And airport landing times is a great one, isn't it? Because it's just there, it's just a feed, it's ready to be used, and it makes the teletext service look really sort of bang up to date.
Matty says they don't really have the stereotype of palm trees over there. That's interesting. I feel it's Teletext Limited. Oh, well, they used to be on Oracle before then, so. But I think they were in full swing by the time Teletext took over in '93. Maximus Corruption asks, are we able to access the Airtel feed online as a stream by itself?
Not
yeah.
now, no.
Well, not the live stream, but somebody has posted. It's actually on Alistair's website, a capture from last night, so you can view sort of the final moments of Airtel, if you wish. And maybe ZXGuesser will post a link to that in the chat, if you are lucky.
Oh, look, non-screen now, it's gone.
Oh, this is tennis.
This is the like on-screen one, isn't it? Where the
Oh yeah, it's inset in
Yeah.
the corner or something.
what's
Yeah.
it called?
In
It's escaped
Vision.
me. The bit where it's black in the background, like subtitles and newsflash. What's it called?
Envision.
Mixed.
Yeah,
No.
mix.
No, it's not. What is it? Can't remember.
I don't know
It's not
the
mixed.
technical term in the enhanced specification. I don't
No,
know
it's in
that.
level 1. Boxed. There we go.
Boxed. Yeah,
Boxed.
that's it.
That's the name. Phew. I'll be able to sleep tonight now.
Congratulations, you managed to remember that before somebody posted it in
I
chat.
know. I was thinking I've got to get this in before Alistair does.
It's a challenge.
Yeah, Alistair will be there going, "Oh, boxed."
There you go. He says boxed. He says boxed.
Here we go, Dan. Here we go. We're off. Teledating.
Any interesting ones?
Make your engine purr.
Ah. Fit M. I'll be the judge of that.
Attention, ladies.
A
like
farmer. We've got a man of the earth who's a farmer.
Solvent male. That's
What is
somebody
he?
who's up for the crack.
He's
Up
made
for
of
the
glue.
crack. Yeah, that's what you want to see there.
Solvent. He's made of glue.
No sniffing.
Smile away the hours. Sarah says, oh, the Airtel guy in that video I retweeted the other day was on about getting all the airport data. They just had the one at the time, but were planning on getting all of them. Ah. I wonder if they did in the end. Well, how old was Sarah, how old was the video? Is it from like the 90s? Matty says, I wish we had palm trees here and in Teletext too. We have a pixeled bold T symbol. Oh, well, it's iconic, isn't it? People have come to know that as the symbol, and I think it would be sacrilege to change it now, wouldn't it? You have to keep it now.
I've been to Finland a lot. I don't think I've seen any palm trees.
That's a good point, yeah. Yeah, but you might want to go on holiday where there will be palm trees. Yeah, we
Well,
don't
that's
really
true.
have palm trees here in Britain much, but
Get
Well-
set for adventure. Here comes the fun. The confidence in these messages is quite something.
Let's have a look.
Why are these
Next.
so compulsive viewing this? Refined gent.
Peter Kwan says, I've been to the north of Finland. There aren't even any trees at all there.
Reindeer.
You can go skiing, I guess, though.
It's reindeer and moomins.
Yeah.
Easy does it.
Skiing. Easy does it.
Easy does.
Look at that. Harry Potter at the bottom there. The Seeker.
Oh, I see. Well, I've never read
You see.
Harry Potter. I've never read it. I
Here
thought that
comes
was
the hot pepper stepper. Turn it up.
Who comes up with those names, do you think? The correspondent themselves, or
Yeah,
the person
defo,
typing
yeah.
them in? Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, the correspondent. Yeah, I don't know what mine would be. What's it? I don't know what my endearing feature is. I haven't got any.
Teletext expert. You could put.
No, no. Hello, ladies. Teletext expert.
Teletext expert here. Hello, I'm the Teletext Archaeologist.
Form an orderly queue. Anyway, let's see. This is mail seeking. This goes on forever.
There's a
This
lot of them.
carousel.
Yeah, well, actually, in one of the news articles, it mentioned how these pages were very important for a lot of people. And coming back to Britain, Graham Lovelace, sub-editor or deputy editor at Teletext Limited, said that he's been to the weddings of people who met on his Teletext service.
Oh,
So-
that's awesome, isn't it?
So these pages were very important. More than a feeling. Hot pepper stepper again.
Oh,
Rail
yeah.
to rail.
He's been on once. I'm just trying to find out how many subpages there are. The time code is on currently 7, so I think we've gone round it.
Matthew Ramo says they tried to unify all the YLE logos some years ago, but I was fighting back. We lost the T from the first page. Not to mention, lose the face of the big boss. So the big boss wouldn't lose face, but we could save it elsewhere. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I feel it's important, that T. And one time I attempted to make a cake in the shape of that T, but it went very wrong. So I'm going to have to try again. Yeah, it's very hard for me to make cakes in the shape of anything that's not a circle, a cylinder. I'm going to have to get some little...
Guys, there's
Go on.
another page full, a different carousel full of males seeking females now. That's 712.
Oh, right. So
And 713. There's millions of them.
get to the good times.
Male seeking females. There's loads of them. I can't even cope. And again,
They're all ordinary, though, aren't they? They're not funny.
noodles and canoodles. That's not male seeking females, is it? What's going on there? Have they forgotten to change the honest female, the 36 seeking male? Yeah, that's not male seeking females then, is it?
Maybe it's not been updated properly.
Oh, there's a smoker there. We saw another one, didn't we, earlier on? Maybe we can fix them up.
Yeah, match them up.
Well,
Yeah.
it goes on and on and on, doesn't it?
There's a lot of lonely people out there.
Come on,
In
over to mine.
2010. Cross-dress and impress.
Doubling the fun.
doubling
I see
the
what
fun,
it's-
yes.
I see what he's done there, yeah.
Yeah.
Textual healing.
healing.
Now, if that's not a teletext article waiting to be written, I don't know what is.
I think somebody used that as a headline for an actual article once. Let's see if I can
Okay.
find it.
You're not Googling it, are you?
Oh, yeah.
That could be good, yeah.
Safe search is on. Safe search is on. It was on The Guardian, actually. Yeah. they used that headline.
Probably. It's massive. This clock
Where's
cracker.
the clock cracker?
They got something on red here. What's going on there? Anything?
ZX Guesser,
7AC,
that's what I did
7AC.
last time, but it didn't go very well. And then I just ended up eating the whole cake. ZX Guesser. Okay,
Oh,
so
look, hold on, guys. Here we go. That's 7AA. It's not Intelfax, is it?
oh,
Oh, I wonder, though, could it possibly be that the AA refers to the Intelfax teletext system, which is called Atom? I wonder if RT maybe had an Atom system.
where's Peter KVT80 when you need him? I
Well,
don't know
look,
why
you
I
got
said his
WAP.
old username.
I think there's a WAP feed there.
Oh,
You remember
yeah.
WAP? Remember that? No, it can't be WAP. Can't be that, can it? Wireless
No.
access protocol with like on mobile phones in the late 90s. It can't be that.
What? I don't know what this means.
No.
Total subpages 2,526. It's like the football results for Teletext geeks.
You got RT network. See web.
Oh, Sarah says that video she was talking about was 1989. Ah, well, I assume that in the following years, months, they managed to get all the airport data, because we did see some of it. Gary Crew says, Airtel are the UK's best breakdown service. It could be Ireland's best breakdown service.
All right, I did get RT2. Oh, hello. Hello to you too. Hey. Oh,
Keep it on, keep it on. What is this program?
well, we can look it up though, can't we? So we can have a look at the TV guide. Where is it?
Teledating.
70.
Yeah, that's what we just saw.
171. What time is it? The Constant
10
Gardener.
o'clock.
10 p.m. exactly, almost.
Constant Gardener, that is.
The Constant Gardener.
Apparently.
I'm fine, thank you. How are you? How are you? Thank you. How are you? It's more like a comedy, really, isn't it?
That's a British conversation going on there, isn't it? I'm all right, thank you.
Children, how are you?
Yeah.
This is funnier than actually watching the show.
Shall we try RT2 from the same evening and see if there's anything different?
Okay.
Probably not. We could.
Robbie Williams again.
So it's
Is it the
headlines
same?
again. Yes, on what? That's the question. What are they voting on? What's going on? Don't know.
Oh, they're all lined up, the headlines there.
Oh, yeah.
Fantastic.
Again. Oh, that's good. Somebody said the other day that Airtel had done this, and I tweeted that out, and they've done it again here. Somebody must be seeing it as a challenge, mustn't they?
I think it's a
Anyway,
point of pride, isn't it?
Let's have a business shares.
This is quick. I could never scroll through teletext this quickly back in the day.
Well, we've seen all this. This is exactly the same thing as before, isn't it? There's nothing different so far. Sport.
ZX Guesser says, I've often wondered how long we could get Dan to sit reading the teletext subtitles with no film. Well, now you know. About 2 minutes.
The film, isn't it?
Maximus Corruption says, hashtag oddly satisfying. It is, isn't it?
It's exactly the same service, this, isn't it?
Yeah, just duplicated.
There's nothing. Yeah, there we are. The
Well,
dating again.
they fixed the header on that one, right enough.
Well, that head has gone completely
Female,
on there.
female seeking.
Yeah, looks like it. And then what's going on here?
Riss
No,
asks,
this is male, so it doesn't
All right.
get a header graphic for some reason on RT2.
right.
There we go.
Probably
I'll think about it because I've been flicking through it too quick.
Oh, I see. I was going to say it could
Possibly.
be an oversight. Look at that. Those don't even have graphical headers. It's just text.
Hot cracker, test page, and subtitles.
Oh, it's live
What's
subtitles.
it doing up there?
Oh, yeah.
One thing you know, lowercase u.
So there must be a caption on
Is that-
screen, which is why the subtitles
Marcus
are up there.
North, the cricketer.
Must be a live news report or something, would it be? At 10
Yeah, it's
o'clock, presumably.
It's stenographers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it not a live sports game?
1:15 the Sunday game. This is.
Ah, yes. That makes sense.
It shows you the strength of the team, yeah. Could be football. Or Gaelic football. Russ says, is Jace being Johnny Five when he reads a book in Short Circuit? And then ZX Guesser and Gary Crew say they were thinking of Commander Data.
Yeah.
So, can we guess what the score is just from this?
I would sort of guess from the way they're talking, it's between a game. Because it doesn't look like they're commentating on a live game, does it? It sort of looks like they're analysing a game that's happened or waiting for one, doesn't it?
Maximus says, I could sit and watch these subtitles without any images and I'd be a happy man. Oh, by the way, Maximus Corruption, is your name a reference to a certain other Maximus? Maximus Headroom. Tom.
No, it's stopped now, has it?
Seems like there was a clear winner, says Max. So is that it for that service?
Oh,
it's hurling.
I wonder if that's just leaked round. It could have done.
Ah, right. Back to the beginning of the game.
I've got TG4.
Oh.
ah.
Oh. So is this in Irish?
It'll be all in Gaelic, yeah.
A lot of corruption going on there.
Oh, Maximus Corruption.
Mm.
Even. Mr. Men. Skunk Foo.
It's probably just... Is it just TV listings or is...
Pretty lightweight, doesn't it?
Oh, there we go.
The sun again? Could be
I wonder if
haikus.
Those, I don't know. Those characters look suspiciously like they should be something else. Be some sort of accented thing. It's not being supported by the viewer.
I hope we are
It's
being
mashed up,
supported
isn't
by...
it? Look.
I hope our viewers are supportive of us. I did like the Euro sign there, by the way.
Yeah, the graphic.
Yeah.
The
ZX Guesser says, put it in French, possibly. Oh, Gary Cruz says hurling is his all-time favourite Irish sport. I haven't watched a lot of Irish sports, actually. I've seen Gaelic football, but that was a while ago.
Right, I'm just doing very much. Past text though.
Of course, we've got the Euro Millions, which is important.
Someone commented recently that I don't have that on Ceefax. I just have the UK lottery.
This has got flag 12 and 14 set for languages. I don't know what that is off the top of my head.
12 and 14. I like the combination of colours here, the magenta and green we've got going on. Sometimes used by, was it Teletext Limited? I just like that combination of colours, it's very 80s. ZX Guesser says it could be Finnish.
Hang on, guys, if I can just share something else. Hopefully you can see that.
Yes.
See here we've got accents on the letters here.
Yeah.
So, and we've got like flag 12 and 14 set for national options. So whatever that is, that's what it's using. Just look it up in the old spec. Spec.
It's like our version of the dictionary, isn't it? The teletext spec.
Because you know, I always just look at the hang on a minute. Let me share the spec. Where's the spec? There. Hang on. Yeah. Spec. I always default to this one, which is the 1976 one, which is just
So are we just going to read this live on stream now? Are we going to do a whole stream where we go through the entirety of the teletext spec?
No, I just wanted to see what 12 and 14, what is it? I can't remember where it is. It'll tell you what the flags are somewhere. Let's look at the other one. We need a new one, don't we?
Nathan is actually looking it up as well currently.
I know, Nathan will get that before me, I suspect.
It's a race. It's a race, ladies and gentlemen. Gary Crew says, we draw it every Friday in the UK. I'm guessing that's the UK lottery. Yeah, the National Lottery. Maximus Corruption says, Wikipedia says it's an Irish language TV channel. Yeah, but it seems a little bit bare bones, I think. I thought they would have had a bit more stuff.
What flags were set again, sorry?
12 and 14, isn't it?
12 and 14? Huh.
12 and 14, yeah.
That's
It's all squashed up now.
interesting.
I can't even remember where it is. Where even is it? Where's the languages and stuff?
It's showing here, yeah, Portuguese or Spanish. That's what it says here anyway. That's for
ZX Guesser says you'll not find it in that spec.
Oh, there you go.
my spec or
This spec or
Jason's. Oh, you're looking at the same one as me, yeah.
yeah, I've got the new one out now because I think
Page 109 is what you're looking for.
109.
Well, gkthemac says the modern spec says it's Portuguese/Spanish.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that'll be it. Yeah, that's that one.
Alistair's
so,
just said
I mean,
109 as well.
I mean, that could well be the case, but because Spanish and Portuguese may just have these accented A's in that they need. So in terms of where's the character sets? So we want Spanish and Portuguese. Where's it? There's a. Here we go. Spanish and Portuguese.
Live teletext spec reading on Teletext Sofa Club.
I know. Well, you know, you get a couple of geeks on. This is what you get, innit? So,
the stream lag is infuriating, says ZX Guesser.
Where's Portuguese? Oh, I
Is
can't
it?
even find Portuguese. Where is it? There's Portuguese and Spanish. It must
It'll be.
be
It'll
50-50.
be on.
Here we go.
Yeah, there
Here
you
we go. Here
go.
we go. This is the one I'm looking for. There we go. These are the guys. So it's using this letter, isn't it? This accented A, and I don't know if any others are needed. So it's essentially.
ZX Guesser says, from my point of view, I told you the answer, and then you spent 5 minutes looking at the spec.
We should
Yeah,
have.
we did because we've got to show the viewers.
Yeah, well,
we've
that's
got to
true,
find
yeah.
all this stuff to show documentary evidence so we can see it.
We should have Alistair on. Have him in specification corner, like countdown.
Yeah, like dictionary corner.
Exactly.
Yeah, Gary
Yeah.
Crew did say welcome to Countdown, so maybe he was thinking along similar lines.
Is this Cat's Does countdown or proper countdown?
Well, it depends if Whiskers is there.
She won't sit on my knee anymore. She's just sitting just out of shot, just below here. I think she's waiting for me to let her out, I think is what she wants. But she's behaving herself now, so I'm not gonna worry.
Ant says, can I recommend the EBU STL subtitle file format for specs too, if you like that sort of thing?
Bedtime reading.
I would show you my folder full of data sheets, but it's not to hand, and I can't be bothered hooking it out right now. But yeah,
Yeah, maybe for
bedtime reading is right.
maybe for another stream. Yeah, maybe for another stream.
I hope you were talking about MTV earlier on. I'm thinking, oh, we've got an MTV, but it's the wrong
right.
MTV.
Ah.
That's interesting that they have a page like that. Oh,
It's
there's
still
some
got stuff on it. Like it says, like not available, but we haven't bothered taking the stuff off.
You know what? If you can ever get the Paramount Comedy channel or the Comedy channel, from after it was switched off, they kept the teletext service sort of running as it was on the last day for a good number of years, because I would read it thinking, oh, they've updated it, but it was just the same stuff from whenever they switched off or whenever they ceased operations.
I don't think I've got one. If anybody sent me one at some point, or
Alistair says we all have spec PDFs on our phones to read in bed, right? Maybe.
Definitely. Oh, these ringtones.
yeah, looks like it. Yeah. Polyphonic ringtones as well.
Instead of the Arctic Monkeys, it was the Arctic
year
Mon.
was
It's the Arctic Mon. Listen to the Arctic Mon. High Tech. Oh, Madonna. I don't know a lot of these songs. The mono, the monophonic ringtones.
Ooh, hang on.
Monotonic and polyphonic. Those are terms that people would not know today because they were relevant for a very short period of time.
Found more, a couple of Irish services well, looks like from Oriva Ducci. Another TG4. This one looks in better health than my one was. Chop Socky Chooks.
Oh, it said Den there. Twice.
Got another one. We've seen a TG4, haven't we? What's the other one you've got?
Dinosaur Train.
I know TV3 is Irish, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's populating.
Well, what year is this?
Ooh.
I don't even know what year this is. It could be 2021.
Look at
It's
that.
not.
Is it not? That's just a date. Oh, 2013.
Oh, I like that header. It's very BBC logo-esque. Flying squirrel. Phone compatibility.
Phone games in it again.
It's an odd clock cracker.
Yeah, just not that's not how it works. Oh, it's to detect poor quality digital. It's a digital signal quality thing, isn't it? So if your TV receives this picture all right, you can probably get digital TV okay, because it's the same thing, really, isn't it? I mean, like digital TV is just kind of teletext, but there's video in it. It's just digital data, isn't it, on an analog transmission? So I guess they're trying to sort of say if your teletext looks okay, then digital TV will probably be okay as well.
Well, don't use digital TV. Use teletext instead.
So that's on the 284, isn't it? Which is the sort of I think it was it 284 in the UK as well.
There is some
Look at
decent
that.
teletext art here.
I like that, yeah.
Alpha Black as well, but
Some services are obsessed with Alpha Black, but that looks really nice, I have to say. That does look really good. Clubbing.
There's a lot more graphics going on in this one, isn't there?
Tips for how to combat cellulite. Text in and pay £5 million.
No jobs
No
going.
vacancies, no jobs.
Euros, sorry. Immortals 3D. This must have been during the the big 3D TV craze.
There we go. check, and check. Good film, that. Well, look at this. More art.
Man on a ledge.
Oh, was episode 1?
The Muppets.
The Muppets.
Jack and Jill there.
Hey.
Oh, there we go. Yay.
That looks exactly the same as the one before, just cut
Yeah,
out.
it is, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's an extra couple of legs on the skateboard.
Oh, yes.
What's going on there?
It's levitating. It's a hoverboard.
Reflection. I like these colour bars on the clock cracker. That's nice. Top box.
Oh, yes.
Proper clock cracker. Oh,
Quite a
loads
lot of them, yeah.
Yeah, loads of clock crackers. Properly invested in the clock crackers. Oh,
It's
look at all these.
A packet of
There we are.
crackers.
Oh, that was
What
a
was
cool
that then?
graphic.
Put that back. That was cool.
Yeah, that one.
Where did it
Which
go?
one? That one.
There was a map there.
Oh yeah,
No.
yeah. That's after this page,
Oh right, okay.
I think. Wasn't it?
We're lost
Oh,
in
oh,
teletext.
yes.
there. Where's he gone? There it is.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
I
Oh, that's a
like
good one.
that.
Yeah.
Well,
That doesn't look like Twitter, does it?
I was going to say I don't like it because there is no red flashing arrow pointing at it, so it's an inferior graphic.
No.
I don't like it because it's missing lock iron. How dare they?
Gary Cruz says somebody's touring London this weekend. Celebration tour. So who's that? Is that somebody we had on the service? Is it the Flying Squirrel game? Oh. Shame.
Dear. Not much fun wherever that is. Where's that? 613. Where's that? Oh, Derry Donegal down.
You're out of luck.
613. No, there's no laughs there. Machine do.
All right. So ZX Guesser has posted the Batman meme where he's slapping Robin and saying all teletext is digital. Is it? Is it? I thought it was analog.
It's on an analog medium, but it's a digital signal on an analog medium. But isn't I don't know. I don't know how modern communications works, but surely it's all analog. It's just exactly the same, isn't it? Surely it's teletext.
If you're really bored,
Digital-
I can fire up a scope and show you.
Well, this is it, because it'll have like peaks, troughs in it, won't it, Nathan? With digital signals on it, surely.
Yeah.
So it works exactly the same way as teletext does, only it's got there's a lot more data in there, and it's all compressed. So it's all.
Oh,
There's a graphic there.
but we'll never see it again. I've got to say that the artwork on this service is better than all the other ones that we've looked at previously.
Oh, no, they made an effort, haven't they?
Yeah. There's still not a lot of it, but
Yeah.
it's
It's
nice.
a sort of candlestick, two
Yeah.
faces job.
Is it Hitchcock?
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't ask. Walk-on wise joke.
The fun
Fun
zone.
zone. Here we go. We're all about fun, aren't we?
Oh, what was that then? Be selective before giving away information now. Information to live your life by. And you've got some alpha black at the bottom.
Not forgivable.
Oh, Gary Crew says he thinks it's Madonna.
Here we go.
Oh, this is what you've tuned in for.
Oh, look at that! Look at that island there. That's just what is that?
The nose has gone off it. It's all
It looks
flat
like,
down one side.
It looks like somebody's profile, doesn't it? You got an eye and a mouth.
Yeah.
What am I looking at?
I like this flashing sun's rays. Sun
Yeah.
rays. Well,
No
ZX
sunglasses though. Oh, look at this.
What's that? What's going on there?
Don't
What's he got
T-
there? What's the white
That's C-
thing?
That's a CRT TV. That is Danlig.
Yeah, but what's
viewed
in
viewed
the
from
middle of
slide?
those two little people there? What is that? What's that
Oh, I see.
white thing?
Uh,
A snake.
snake.
Yeah. Somebody was having a laugh there, weren't they?
Oh, look.
Oh, green horse. That's good. I do like that. Oh, another one.
Mirrored. A mirrored. Same one. Mirrored.
Oh, yeah.
Horse 3.
It's a dog with no tail.
Yep.
Cups. F1.
Well, that's quite cool.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm not a fan of F1, but I like the logo because it's like
Yeah.
it says F1, but there's a 1 in the middle as well.
Yeah, the
Good,
use
isn't
of
it?
negative space.
Yeah. Follow your pro.
The chat cafe.
What happened to the dating section? Did we not watch that? Have I skipped past that?
What's this? Who's that? Oh, spoof calls. Is that where you could? Oh, only if that's a late night
yes.
one. Oh,
What is it? What is it?
we'll
one
never
of those.
know.
Imagine.
Oh,
There you go.
well, that looks familiar.
Is it? Oh yeah, yeah.
That
It's
page.
off Teletext, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a scam.
Through text chat is not available.
That's a shame because that's always good for a laugh. Because it'll be all like live text, won't it?
ZX Guesser says Mr. Tato. What, did you see him on one of the pages? Or does he appear between midnight and 5 a.m.?
Mr. Potato.
Sorry,
off Peppa Pig.
Mr. Tato. Mr. Tato. You know, from the crisps. The potato snacks.
I look like Mr. Potato off Peppa Pig.
Oh,
Tell
well,
you.
Mr. Potato Head. Sorry, I've never seen Peppa
Mr.
Pig.
Potato.
Is he French?
He is French, yeah.
Ah,
Well, he's voiced by John Sparks, isn't he? And,
Monsieur Potato.
Pig.
Monsieur Pomme de Terre.
no,
Oh, negative space again. It's Mickey Mouse on his side.
yeah, it does, doesn't it? Oh, it's a wealth of graphics. This page.
Oh, ZX Guesser says the funny yellow face was Mr. Tato.
Where was it? I've lost it.
At the jokes page or something.
Oh, look,
3 texts. I do
like that.
like all these tests.
I like a test page, me. Hey, up, status page.
TNC Supply says that weird island map looks like a green Togekiss. Togekiss? I don't know what that is.
Terminator 3 is off, but Terminator 1 and 2 are still available. I'll be
the-
back.
And they are hot.
Updated at 13:55.
Overheating. Oh, that's very good. That's better than me. Well, anything's better than my Arnold impression.
There was a lot of it. There was a lot of it about, wasn't it? The first block party.
Probably my
That
fault.
looks like the same status page, only empty.
Yeah, witnessing it. Yeah.
Gary
Take
Crew
6.
says, snakes are not the cuddliest of animals. We'll go no further. We'll go no further.
I don't know what's going on here at the top of the service. Last page, 899. Ah, there we
is
go.
it the
We've
clock
seen it
cracker?
now.
Oh. So that was interesting.
cool.
That was more interesting, I think, than Airtel.
Oh, that was a good one, wasn't it? Well, we're here for Airtel, but we're looking at TV3, so
Yeah, well,
yeah, well, you know.
it's
Is there
okay,
any-
I think.
Is there any Finland TV in this folder? There's YLE.
When's
Have
that
a look at
from?
YLE. I
Where's it
don't
from?
know if I've got any more Irish TV.
ZX Guesser says, yeah. What are you talking about?
Is that what he said?
Kill you now. Do it now. Kill me, Amir. Do it now.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
I've got another one here from SQU.
So, when was the YLE text one from?
Oh, I don't know.
A long time ago.
Uh,
In a galaxy far, far away.
yeah, I'm just looking for the Irish ones, but if you want to look at the YLE, we can do.
I think we better stick to the Irish ones. What do you think?
Oh, I suppose we can do finish.
Yeah.
See if she's on another night. Get Matty on.
Yeah. Yeah. I might ask him. Nalto says, I just came back and I'm so confused. Yeah, well, so am I.
Yeah, we all are.
Yeah.
When's this? This is
Oh, that they
recent,
weren't
I think,
lined up. They
2022.
weren't lined up. Oh.
See, all their news pages have sub pages as well.
Share watch.
Yeah. But it's just going to be exactly the same service, but with different data in it. Look at it again. Exactly
same
the
sun.
same.
The perennial sun.
Have I got any others?
I think they're all going to be roughly the same, aren't they, from this period?
Yeah, Airtel. It's just the same, isn't it? It's been the same for a while. I'm just wondering if I know.
The apostrophes aren't working.
Sounds like a song by the Verve.
What's that? The apostrophes aren't working.
Yeah. What am I even talking about?
No, the apostrophes don't work.
I'm not sure I've got any more Irish ones.
Oh, okay. Maybe we could look at Wiley.
Don't look at Wiley.
If anybody can speak Finnish.
Did we say TV3 was one? TV3 was one, wasn't it? Oh, I've got another TV3.
Okay.
This is from 2010.
So Paul McCartney is a fan of Lee. Andre, divorce should be avoided. Is that, who's that? Peter Andre. Andre 3000. This is Robbie Williams again.
Yeah, same day, and they've obviously gone through and thought, right, we'll have some captures of these.
Rachel evicted from... That was back when we knew these Big Brother people by their first name. And then when they came out of the house and attempted to become TV stars, nobody knew their second name. It's just Rachel from Big Brother. Oh, I like the header.
What is it?
It looks like the edge of a fist. Doesn't it, though?
or a very, very long foot.
Or, yeah.
It could be a
Doesn't look
scarf.
like soap, does it? Scarf.
Oh, yeah. Paulston Davis.
I don't know what that is.
Somebody got explicit mail.
Nathan.
Oh.
We don't talk about that on the air.
We don't talk about Nathan. That's that. Look at that recent cultural reference. There we go. Oh, look at all these.
Yeah.
These aren't like, these standards is pretty close. Emmerdale's, that's pretty close representation, isn't it? Well, yes, that Coronation Street sign, isn't it? Which is the logo at the time.
Yeah, you can see which soaps that they preferred, the Teletext Artist, or the ones that they could feasibly do in Teletext. The Neighbours one was really good, wasn't it? Actually.
Going on here? Having some sort of wobble.
Oh.
Hello. Oh. Something's gone on with the.
Sarah says, "What? We're actually trying to stay on topic." For once. Well, actually, speaking of which, I think we should soon think about going to MUTTLEE. What do you think?
Oh yeah, the art thing.
Should we have a look at Wiley text first? But I do like the art here. This is different, isn't it? Than there's there's the map again. Oh, there it is. Cut off.
Yeah, same again, isn't it? What's that?
Oh, the world weather.
That's very, very teletext there again. A globe with the. A quick flick through this, and then we're looking at now UTV. UTV, ITV, differences in ITV and Wales. Yeah, so so people in Southern Ireland must be able to get TV from HTV in the old days. Yeah, there's that scarf again at the top. It must be a 3 text thing. I don't know what that is. No gigs, no nothing.
I think it's a different header than before as well. Tone zone. Okay.
I don't think I ever bought one of these tones.
We used to make our own ringtones. Carl Douglas, Kung Fu Fighting.
Yeah. Well current.
Yeah. Oh, that crashed.
This is supposed to be a similar age as the other one, or the series didn't change much. It's different, isn't it?
With the film strip.
Graphics in it. District 9. I think the chance of meatballs was that. Oops, it's done that thing again. I think I must have. It's gone, hasn't it? Series is gone.
You press too many buttons at once. Oh.
Don't know what's going on. Looks like there's a problem with the T42, I would say. Yeah, same sort of thing again, isn't it? What is this? Too much difference than the one we just looked through.
Peter says, I've checked MUTTLEE. It does bed things to the pages. I have all logs from the last session so I can see where it's going wrong. I only need loads of time to fix and test it. So do you think it will crash if we try and make a page, Peter? Could we have a go at it, or will it just break down within a few minutes? Because before now, I've managed to get it working for a couple of hours and we've been able to do these. Oh, it's Wiley.
It is. It's quite text heavy, isn't it, Wiley?
They do have an English section.
They do.
Oh, yeah.
I think, isn't this the last bit of English on teletext ever, or in the entire world?
It could be. What about Eurosport? Do they still
No,
have
that
an
doesn't have
English
one
section?
now, does it?
Does it not? I thought on the Eurosport thing they had English, German, French, all the different Euro languages on different magazines. Or they used to.
What, now in 2023?
I don't know if they still do, but they did a while ago.
Well, we can have a look.
Oh, okay.
Because got the old...
A bonus. A bonus teletext.
HD, is it? I think, do you know what? I think I've spent a bit of time ages ago going through the entire lineup of Sky channels to see if I can find any teletext at all anywhere.
And how did that go?
Not very well.
Oh. Shame. What a shame.
Yeah, I think there's just none really.
Right, so let's have a look at the chat here. So, Gary Crew says, the TV3 and 3E logos got me carried away. Currently Virgin Media 1. Yeah, wasn't that?
That's what happened.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know if you sports watchers out there noticed, but you know, each year or each few years when the rights cycles come round for matches, and a different bidder wins it. So like previously we had BT Sports, and then before that it was Setanta Sports, and then it was something else before then. But then they just disappear when they no longer have the rights to the football. It's as if the whole channel is funded by the Premier League football rights somehow, or the people, I don't know. ZX Guesser says in the Discord, or as I was saying in the Discord, I had the dream again a couple of nights back. Is that the one where you go to work naked? You'll have to fill us in.
Isn't it the one?
I think it's
the other day.
FC Jazz.
something about
text.
yeah.
Oh, Simply Sarah says, page 811 on YLE usually has nice artwork for the recipe section.
Who is it?
Oh, and Nelto is now here in the Discord. They say we're all digital on the inside. Sorry, go on.
I was here. You are seeing these pages I'm flicking through. I'm not just
Yes.
entertaining myself.
Yes, sorry, yes.
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, cannabis. Marijuana, I mean. Apparently I wouldn't,
Oh, did you see that then? It was the flashing,
What?
yeah.
It's a traffic cone.
Yeah,
It's a lighthouse, isn't it?
that's another iconic piece of YLE text, I think. People know that. The lighthouse, yeah. I couldn't think what a lighthouse was, ladies and gentlemen. Oh,
Yeah, it's a map of Finland.
oh, that's nice. There's always a lot of nice art on YLE. Oh, I wonder what that was. Secret code. ZX guesses.
Something meteorological.
Yeah, probably. ZX Guess's dream was the one where you find the channel with the teletext service up in the high channel numbers. All right. Well, I often have dreams about teletext where I just find these services that I never knew existed, and there's quite a lot of pages in them, and say, hey, hey, look at this. But then when I wake up, they've disappeared. So,
I don't think I've ever had a teletext dream.
No, I don't think I have either.
Oh, you're missing out. I have them all the time. Okay, people in Discord, you need to chime in on this subject. Teletext dreams. I want to hear them. Peter says, that was Turner the Worm being sick in green. I assume that was the map of Finland. METAR is a standard formatted weather for aircraft. Oh, okay.
Hey, there we go. It was meteorological. Superb. He's had times in, for the 0.
I like the combinations of colours here.
Bit of artwork.
No, that's nice. I like that. Oh, what was that? Hey, minimalism. Minimalism, minimalism, minimalism.
That's the sort of teletext art I can get behind.
That's anybody. It's accessible. Anybody can do that.
That's like, I don't know what that is. It's a
it's,
tennis ball in a snowstorm.
Yeah. Could be.
There we go.
Yeah.
Test page.
It could have been a whiteboard with, or a TV with a broken pixel. A test card with flashing.
A complete alphabet.
Sarah says, teletext dreams are ace. I'm usually taking photos of the screen or trying to spot level 2.5 stuff in them. Ah, level 2.5 teletext dreams. Ooh. Oh, Euro 2016. Wales and Slovakia.
No, it won't be any live matches, will it? So you can watch the scores as they happen.
We'll find the Stoke scores now.
They're in here, I'm sure. Actually, the Premier League was. Anyway.
Maximum Corruption says minimalism needs more teletext art. So that's something you can get on there, isn't it? Do us some for the advent calendar. Do tennis ball in a snowstorm. Snow tennis. I think we're coming up towards the
maybe towards to get to the 800.
Was the Museum of Teletext Art up at this point? It was, wasn't it? The weather.
Subtitles.
Is that subtitles in different languages?
Yeah. They'll probably have Finnish and Swedish.
Yeah.
That looks like Swedish to me. I'm not an expert. German, isn't it?
Something about Jos Verstappen there. Text TV. What's this?
Swedish.
Holland.
Anyway, where's this Museum
coming
of
up to
Teletext
it now.
Art?
Coming up to it.
Here we go.
Here it is. So, Emily Gervais.
This is one from Oliver Ducci again.
Oh, France 98.
Yeah. It's not very big, so I'm not sure we're going to have any sub-pages.
Maximus wonders if they'll mention the band Kvelertak anywhere. Are they Finnish? Oh, look at that.
Graph. Oh, fabulous. Look,
Yes. Yeah.
it's the calendar.
They're always really nice. The calendars.
Look at one.
Oh, the poem or the mantra for the day. Oh, it's the quote, isn't it? Oh, it looks like a poem. But we don't know what it says.
That
Is it?
is your
Oh,
lot.
that was good. I enjoyed that. Meat Lotion. Hello, Meat Lotion. Hope you're doing well this evening. He says, ooh, sorry I'm late to the party. I'm on vacation in a caravan. Lucky I brought my laptop. Care to disclose whereabouts you are? Not your you don't have to say your exact location, but you know, general location.
Do they have teletext there?
Yes, and whether it's nice. Alloyed in armor. ZX Guesser says, the one in my dream the other night had some 2.5 test pages. Well, what was it? Do androids dream of electric sheep? Well, do teletexters dream of 2.5? Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was brilliant, actually. We had a few bonus services there, which was nice. And sorry if it came down to just me looking for teletext art, but we did see some cool stuff there. Meat Lotions in Canberra. Well, it's a good job you've got your little laptop there, so you can view us. The necessary viewing for Thursday night. I nearly said Friday night then, because it's usually a Friday, isn't it? But, well, thank you very much for that, Jason. But I think we should maybe be thinking about MUTTLEE and wrapping up.
I know we're late for MUTTLEE tonight, I think, aren't we?
Yeah, I don't want to be too late because it's a school night. See if we can
isn't it?
wrap up at a reasonable time. But before we do, actually, I have a nice picture for you here. Oh, do you mind if I share?
There we go.
Let's have a look. Look at this article. This article from the Metro.
Oh.
As a follow-up from our lambasting of the McDonald's advert last week, Jamie Namath has written, in inverted commas, an article for the Metro to relay the fact that we don't necessarily like that. What does it say here? Why didn't they hire someone from our active teletext community to make this ad? That is the question asked by Dan Ferryman, host of the Teletext Sofa Club, a famous worldwide teletext podcast broadcast on YouTube to millions of people. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for that, Jamie. Getting us on the Metro. Jamie Namath, there he is. Name it. Jamie Namath. On the 13th of September. Fantastic. News, but not as you know it. No. Wonderful. Yeah. And he's missed a bit of a trick there with the 707 shares. Should have been 888. Shame. So thank you for that, Jamie. You know, you got me at first with that. I thought it was real. I saw it and thought, what? Somebody's posted about the McDonald's thingy on the Metro? Wow. But no, unfortunately not. But fantastic. That's a fantastic Photoshop. And indeed, probably a better Photoshop than the ad itself. Oh dear. Well, what did you think of the advert, Jason? Did you share our views that it wasn't particularly good, or did you like it?
I don't know. I just shared it. I don't think have I even seen it? I don't think I've even seen it yet.
Oh,
No,
right.
I haven't seen it.
Screen.
I was going to say you're probably better off not seeing it, but I'm only joking. I
But
think,
like a bit of it is like a bit of it is real teletext.
yeah.
It looks like it's come from a page that
Ha-
I shared a long time ago.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? That they've stolen from their own teletext pages to make a new teletext page.
Yeah, that's something.
Yeah. No credit for you, though. It should say, courtesy, Teletext Archaeologist at the bottom.
You know, one doesn't seek credits, does one?
Well, you deserve it for all the great work you do. They should.
Anyway, I'm just. It's got Ernst Blofeld there in the corner. Have to stroke the cat.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Do you expect me to talk?
Ah.
Then you have to say, no, I expect you to die. Anyway, Eurosport doesn't have any teletext on it.
Oh. Well, that must have been
Nothing
about
does
10
now.
years ago. No.
BBC News still has subtitles. BBC One and BBC Two do, but that, as I understand it, they just generated from the subtitles that go into the box anyway. They're just sort of like sent out as teletext subtitles just for reasons.
Well, just because they can.
Yeah, I don't think
But-
it's proper teletext.
Well, I
I
know-
don't know.
Are they not paying for the equipment anyway to use that? So they might as well put some teletext on there. I don't know.
Well, that's what I've thought, but I don't know if that's how it works. Because on satellite boxes, the teletext isn't actual teletext as it was in the old days, in analog days. I think it's sent as a separate data stream and then reconstructed in the box to display
Yeah.
as teletext,
Fake.
is my understanding.
There's a separate transport stream that carries the teletext data directly, rather than being part of the video stream, as it were.
ZX Guesser says, we don't seek credit too loudly, especially not for the pages with the scary copyright notice on. Yeah, I've seen those. But they've still not come for us, ladies and gentlemen. They've still not come for us.
Proceed
Thankfully.
until apprehended.
Considering we've
think-
got millions of viewers. Yeah.
I think really. I mean, if it was current pages that you were rebroadcasting and stuff, then maybe that's. But I don't think anyone cares about.
Which we did earlier with Airtel, but there you go.
Yeah, 10-year-old pages. No one cares about.
Well, 10-hour-old pages. Or 24-hour-old
true.
pages, yeah. Well, nobody cares.
It's not there anymore, though, is it?
No, sadly. They got rid of it, so why would they care, eh?
Yesterday's news.
Oh, when you say it like that, it's a shame, isn't it? That teletext is yesterday's news. It's gone. Airtel is, this whole institution, 37 years, is gone.
Yeah.
Just like that. Oh, well. Okay, so are we going to try MUTTLEE or is it going to crash? Oh,
Proceed until apprehended.
yeah.
What?
Yep. So I will post the link to this in the usual spots, if indeed I can get it to work. We're doing page 158 of Artifacts today. And let's have a look. Discord. I'll put it in the Discord as well for everybody. It's currently in the YouTube chat. And we're going to have a go at messing up this page before it messes us up. So the link is now there for you to click. And let's see here, page 158. And we shall share that. Now, how long is it going to work? How long is it going to... Somebody's filling in sausages. Hold on. We need to get this up for everybody to see. There we go. Go crazy. Airtel 158, cool. So, if you're new to this, the basic instructions for how to work it. You load up the page by clicking the link in the description, hit the escape button, an orange cursor appears. Then you can move it around and fill in the pixels, or the sixels as they're known, with Q, W, A, S, Z and X. Then you can hit caps lock and type letters, although the spacebar doesn't work there, evidently. That's a very, very basic guide on how you can join in. There's a lot more to it, but I suggest you go away and learn that another time, for another time. But those are just the basics in case you want to play around with us tonight. Oh, someone's typed sex. Very good. What's this block going to be over here? What do you think it is? Okay. It's green down here for sausages, shamrock, sausages, sausages in the fast text link. Oops. Don't hit the spacebar because that happens. In the Zapper view. So are you still with us, Jason?
I am. I've
Hey.
never stopped for the MUTTLEE stuff. I don't even know you're working.
Yeah.
How
I
do
mean,
you put pixels on? Sixels even, I should say.
is that you with the R?
R. E. Where's
Oh.
sixels? Oh, there's some. Do you not have bit twiddling on this?
Oh, that's cool. Leave that how it is. Whoever's done that, leave that. Put that. Hold on, I'll fix that back. That was cool. That's not what I was going for, but that is awesome. Yeah, look at that. The happy accidents, as Bob Ross says. Bamba Boozler accused of cheating. Yeah, he was a cheater, wasn't he? Oh. Green, please. There we go. I don't know, it's sort of a rabbit thing, I guess.
You have to know what the graphics.
Yeah, pretty much, but I mean,
I'm not Maud Smith, you know.
I know, but oh, look at that, son. What do you mean, like to change the color of the graphics? You want to know?
No, just to set the pixels.
Oh, right. Q, W, A, S, Z, and X. Sorry.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, it is.
You know,
Oh,
you
not
can
very
get
good.
rid of this. Welcome, sofa lovers. I just put it there. Hey, I love that. That's the sun. Yeah. Character headlines. Oh, what's going on over here? The Euro sign. Oh, he's got shades now. No, I don't like that. I feel like I'm sort of ruining somebody else's idea at the bottom there by having my little rabbit man. So I'm going to put him in a square. Whoops. Oh, sorry. I apologize. It's just typing C's instead of clearing. There. Yeah, I apologize. Oh. So ZX Guesser says he's going to keep a tab open to grab pages from it when it explodes. Thank you for that. It does help us a bit. Boozler raided a store of Pepsi. Tizer. Is it Digitizer? Digital Tizer? I know. I think we've got to get rid of my little rabbit thing because it's not relevant, is it? How is it working for people? It's not crashed yet, has it?
I've not seen a rabbit.
Oh, right. Oh, look at that. Oh. What does it look like to you then?
Where am I looking?
Bottom right.
I always thought it was a frog.
Oh,
I
maybe I
like
can
the-
turn it into a frog.
I like the sort of mouth done with the, what is it, 7F character.
Woof.
Flashing arrow.
The sun's wearing shades. I love that. Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. I know. I think I've got to get rid of my little thing here so we can, because it's nice, but it doesn't go with the page. I don't think.
No,
What
I
else
liked
have
it.
we? What else have we had tonight on the Airtel? It's got to be Airtel related, I think. Yeah. Is this messed up, or is that how it's supposed to look? This, because there's a double height going on here. Whee! Oh, look at that! It's back. Here comes the sun again. He's back. Meat Lotion says, "Oh my gosh, Tizer, do they still make that?" I'm not sure actually. I haven't had it in years. Now, I don't like the fact that this is not lined up here. Bamboo Boozler accused of new panic. There you go. Somebody fixed it. Right on cue. So what's this up here? What are we making in the top left? Can you tell what it is yet? I don't want to mess it up, you see. Skirtel. Yeah. Meat Lotion says, the last time I had Tizer was in my teens, at least 2 decades ago.
It's a like
Oh,
Tizer.
somebody's doing something. I don't want to mess it up.
Oh,
Hey, Is that somebody doing an alien head?
No.
What else did we have on tonight's show?
Oh, David. What? I can't work this.
ZX Guesser says, I liked Tizer when it was red and tasted red. Not the watery muck they replaced it with. gkthemac says, I won't say that the 33 character headlines are actually 34 character headlines. Oh, sir, that's Sarah's son. I'm sorry, Sarah, I messed it up. That's me. That was me messing it up. Feel free to wipe over it again. Sorry. I don't mean to destroy everybody's art. Because it is cool. I just thought that you'd done with it and, you know, I was trying to develop it, but go ahead and change it. And Sarah is actually trying to eat at the same time, which is something of an effort, I would say. I don't know. Is he going to have a mushroom on his head? Like, is he a toadstool? Yeah, he is. Super Mario Brothers. Walnut mushroom. Here we go. Dun. So, Sarah, what are you having for your dinner or for your meal currently? Is it Tizer? I hope it's Tizer. Digital Tizer. People having fun, having fun with this. And I can't remember how to do the Mario walnut mushroom. Oh. Do you mind if I continue working on your son, Sarah? Finish it off. I mean, I don't mean to ruin your art. I love it though. I mean, it's close enough to the Aertel son to be recognizable. But what is going on over here? What are these? Farewell. Yes. It's a football pitch, maybe. Or it's like a little town, I think, with buildings. Oh, that's a robot. No, it's a spider. Is somebody going to tell me what Togekis or Togekis means? Super Mario World is a blast from the past.
I'm going to have to disappear, everybody.
Okay.
But, thank you for this evening. Lovely
Cheers,
to chat.
Jason. It's been good to see those recoveries and take a trip back in time to commemorate Aertel. So thank you very much. for those, Jason. And
Mate,
thank you
rest
for the
in bits.
continued work that you're doing on your website.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, everybody. Speak to you later.
Bye.
Bye.
True.
Cheerio, old chap. Sarah says, just had turmeric rice with peppers. So yellow and red. Teletext food. Yeah, well, maybe I should do a teletext pepper, but I'm very indecisive tonight. I got rid of my bunny, or a frog, or whatever it was. And now I'm doing a mushroom. But it wasn't a mushroom at first. I think I was doing a robot at first. But then I always do robots. Boozler blocked all slough toilets. Surely it should be somewhere in Ireland rather than Slough. So Bamba Boozler's Irish cousin. Oh, I've ruined this now. Oh, oh dear. Here we go. So did Jason do the euro symbol? Oh, I know what it is. It's a shamrock, isn't it? Oh, Maximus says, yes, it is a town. It does look like one. But it looks like the buildings could be robots as well. I've forgotten what all of this looks like now. What am I doing? N is ear. Oh, I'm going to move the euro sign somewhere else so it doesn't get... So it doesn't... I don't know. I keep taking these artistic decisions tonight, but without consulting people first. There you go. Near enough. Close enough. Oh, was it that? Oh. So ZX Guesser says he is just trying to keep MUTTLEE synced by fixing bits as they break. Oh. Maximus says, in school the teachers used to say to people when they drank Tizer that there was something wrong with them. In that weird way teachers used to joke because their tongues went red. Ah, well, you shouldn't be drinking it, is what I say. It's probably what the teachers said. You're not allowed to drink. It was the worst when they didn't let you go to toilets because there was literally no time between lessons to go to the toilets. But they would say that's when you should go. Swines. And then one of our teachers had like a toilet log in his register. So you could only go to the toilet a certain number of times in a term. The toilet police. The toilet controllers. Oh dear. I don't know what the stop flash button is. I've just messed it all up.
Escape F, I think.
But
Or escape shift F, maybe.
I don't want to press that because it might wipe the whole thing.
Where are you looking to stop flash?
Up here, where the sun... In fact, it should be
Oh,
flash.
yeah.
In fact, I shouldn't be using this cyan around it because
Oh, I've made it go yellow now.
because if we're going to have the flash, then we need space for that. Maximus Corruption, the reason why they haven't started building toilets beside every classroom now is because teachers don't believe in going to the toilet. They never go to the toilet themselves. Ever. They'll have you believe that. Oh. A real shortage of toilets in schools. Yeah. Was there never a school council where you could campaign for more toilets? I remember being on some sort of council in uni because nobody else would do it. But it was a pain because I would get blamed for the complaints of these other students. I'd go in and say, right, so this is a list of things that people want changed. And then they say, you're not changing that. Dan, stop asking those questions. As if I was the one who came up with it. So there you go. It was like you were a punching bag if you were part of those councils. And we never got any sort of special perks or anything like that, so it was pointless. Here comes the sun. Is that you, Sarah, again, coming back? Hi. Oh, Alpha Black. Alpha Black. Yeah. It's got to be there. It's got to be done. You know, I'm just fiddling with this mushroom and I can't decide what to do with it. There you go. Leave it like that. Pardon me. What's the... Is that it? Just what's the... All right. The green one-up mushroom as well. I like the colour scheme of this page, actually. It all works. Oh, Sarah's done the shamrock. Excellent. I do like the shamrock. And he's saying, hey. Island is here, yes. I think the world record for the longest toilet visit is probably by a poor teacher, according to Maximus Corruption. ZX Guesser says there's no money for the toilets. They've got to replace the roof. Well, that's topical, isn't it? So in some schools, the roof is the toilet. But let's not go there. I remember at our school we had a lot of porta cabins because it was perpetually under construction. Just like the old websites from the 90s. Yeah, they would bring in these massive porta cabins.
The greatest example of the temporary solution becoming permanent, isn't it? Because some of those temporary buildings outlived the rest of the school.
Oh, V-birds alert. You know what? I quite like that artwork that we have created tonight. I'm sure it's not finished, but
it's very green.
Yeah, well, it's got to be, hasn't it? I think that is the crack. It has to be green. And I'm resisting the temptation to round off this A because it does me head in. It does me head in. Maximus Corruption says, in this school we have no roofs. The open air, al fresco teaching. Tell me more, here we go. So once in high school we got April Fool's pranked by one of the teachers, the art teacher, who said in the run-up to April Fool's Day, sent us home with a piece of paper saying, bring to the next lesson marigold washing up gloves, blah blah blah, and some other stuff, because we're all going to go digging for clay over the field. But then when it came to the day, the only thing I brought was the washing up gloves, right? Thinking, oh, that'll be enough. I don't care about getting my uniform dirty. But halfway, and somebody said, I've forgotten my gloves. Can I borrow one of yours? All right then. So we were, me and my mates, each with one glove, participating in this stupid April Fool's joke. And we got halfway there, and the teacher said, oh, it's too wet, we're rained off, because it was actually pelting it down that day. But we got back into the classroom, and he rolled down the blackboard, and it said in massive letters, April Fools. So that is the Ceefax holidays of its day. There's the Ceefax holidays of our school. And that was the only teacher that pranked us, but I thought that was very good, and it's very appropriate that it was the art teacher, because the other teachers weren't creative enough to April Fool's us.
Well, my dad was a teacher, and he never pranked anybody, but he got pranked. So he done science in the lab, and one of the pupils told him, there's a leak in the cupboard under the sink. And he pulled out the whole innards of the cupboard and found a leak. A vegetable leak.
Yeah. Oh, that's brilliant. Did you mention that on Twitter? Have you mentioned that somewhere? Because I might have seen it.
No, don't think I've ever mentioned that before. No. That was a long time ago, but yeah, I remember that happening.
Oh, that's really good. Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I guess the biggest April Fool's prank of modern times is Ceefax holidays. No, it isn't. It's real. Ceefax holidays is real. Maximus Corruption says, I feel sorry for thinking that there might have been some poor kids in your class, panicking that they couldn't get hold of washing up liquid in time for all that, just to be a troll. Oh, yeah. You know, it was memorable. I don't remember much from school, but I remember that, so I think it was worth it. It was funny. Yeah, digging for clay, and we're gonna make pots out of clay over the sports field. Digging up the sports field. Oh, have you grabbed that for us, Alistair? I've actually grabbed it as well. Let's have a look and see if that's the same. It'll be roughly the same, I think. Oh. It needs to be level 2.5 so we can see the alpha black.
Maximus Corruption says, I would have likely put the leak with everything and still looked for the leak in the pipe. Yeah, funny enough, that's also what my dad did. He didn't catch on until he pulled everything out, and then he just sort of looked at it as, oh yeah, right.
So there it is. Well, nobody would have done that. They'd have all been going.
No, yeah, we're all sitting, yeah.
Oh, yeah, excellent.
Yeah.
Okay, so any closing thoughts, Nathan, and people in the chat for tonight's show? Nathan, do you have anything to say in closing?
And that's all on BBC One this evening. Coming up through the night, we have pages of news and information from the BBC's Teletext service and some music.
Excellent. Does anybody want to say a few words for Aertel? Ladies and gentlemen, we're gathered here today to remember the life of Aertel. Oh, we have been gathered. And I hope you've had fun, because that's the operative word. Because even though Aertel is gone, we've got many, many, many years of fun recoveries to come, shall we say? VHS recoveries. And they will all have some more of those great dating service messages. So Maximus Corruption says vaporwave music commences. Yeah. Oh, I've got it. We've got to have some vaporwave music, haven't we? Yeah. Right. Yeah. So thank you very much to Aertel for all the years of the information, the blocky graphics, and the copying from Ceefax, and some of Teletext Limited, the palm trees, and everything else. But that's
it. I
it.
wonder if we ever come across anybody who worked on the service, I'd say they'd be a great client for Carl's podcast.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Would be very interesting.
Yeah. Do we not have anybody on the Discord? I don't know. They might drop in at some point. Meat Lotion says, I had fun since I started watching, albeit late, but I will go back and watch from the beginning after. So thank you, Meat Lotion. You're one of our most treasured viewers. You're one of our long-term, well, not long-term, but committed viewers, shall we say. ZX Guesser says, there's a serious leak meme that does the rounds now and again. Is it related to Teletext? Oh, Simply Sarah says, the reason the A isn't rounded in Aertel is to separate it from the R more. Rounded corners would be too similar and make it harder to read, maybe. True, but I mean, actually, looking at this graphic here, you can see that they have rounded the corners. Stop following me. I'm disappearing. Ah. Oh, pardon me. Excuse me. Shall we have one more look at Wim's artwork? Because people might have missed it before we leave tonight. Where are you, NVIDIA broadcast? There it is. And isn't that a lovely piece of artwork there to commemorate Aertel? Farewell, Aertel, 86 to 23. Maximus Corruption says floating head man. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing the Bite High No Limit shirt tonight. Is it going to disappear? Is it going to disappear?
Oh,
no.
yes.
Yes.
Oh,
There you go. Bite High No Limit shirt there.
Very fancy.
Shout out to Carl, who can't be with us tonight, but he'll be back. He always comes back. They always come back. Yeah, floating head man. My favourite thing to do is this. The disappearing pen. Oh, it's disappearing into the white. There you go.
If I ever ended up doing a lot of like video stuff, I would probably put one of those pull-up green screens behind me, and then just put basically a photo of the monitors that are in front of me, put the photo behind me so that then I could see what I'm doing, and also, but yeah, I don't do enough of this carry on for that.
Well, in the future, well, I've noticed that you've started posting some videos now, some informational sort of scripted videos, which I've been watching this week actually. I found very interesting.
Okay.
So, do you have anything more like that planned for the future?
Yeah, so that's supposed to be a multi-part series. So the next one will be, there's a sneak preview. Look. Can you see that? Oh yeah, there you go. Basically using a Pi to actually play out to analog, and the difference between mine and the normal ones is other folks have done. I'm gonna show how to line it up so that it's like meets broadcast spec, or well, nearly anyway. So that's the next video, but I haven't filmed it yet, so I don't know when it's gonna be. I started it with the thought, oh, if I do this right, I could do a couple of them and then just schedule them to go out every week or every month or something. But I mean, must be 3 weeks have gone past now, and I haven't got the second one done, so it's not looking good, is it? But oh well, we do our best.
You don't have to be on time with YouTube. You can just upload it whenever it's ready.
Yeah, I did notice I did gain a couple of subscribers from that video, so yeah, we'll see how it goes. I do think it'd be quite cool to have a bit more information on this kind of thing. So that's the idea, anyway.
Yeah, some of your older videos have got quite a few views at this point.
Yeah, there was a lot of them I unlisted. Whenever I got in all the papers, there was one particular video, and Alistair will know the one that I'm talking about. There was one that was like an hour and a half long and had lots of swear words in it, shall we say, me trying to fix the phone. So I took that one down because there was too many people that I knew were finding my YouTube channel, and I was just like, yeah, I don't really want that one to be too well known. So I took that video down. But yeah, there's a lot of ones that have been there the whole time.
So basically the entirety of the Sofa Club back catalogue is like that for me and Carl.
Oh, okay, yeah.
At some point, it might all have to come down. Well, when I get a job as like a telephone operative or something.
I'm just looking through the videos that I have on here. I used to have a lot of videos that I'd taken out of planes as well, but I've deleted those all as well because they had like 10 views over 4 years, and I was just like, yeah, that's a waste of time in it. So
that's more than mine have got.
It is really weird when you're watching the analytics afterwards, though, because like it'll just sit and trickle, and then just some random video will just get like a spike, and you're just like, what's happened there? Is the algorithm has favored me? I don't know. Yeah.
I've never really experienced that with my videos because I've never been popular enough.
Yeah, you'd see them getting shared on Twitter and that fairly regularly. So yeah.
Well, yeah, you actually make your own content, whereas I just upload stuff from the one show and clips where I've been on the radio that are not mine. But there we go. gkthemac says, goodbye from me in Spain. Thanks to Dan, Nathan, Jason, and of course Whiskers the Cat for another great Sofa Club. Yeah, it's been good to see Whiskers. It's all been worth it just for her, to see her again.
She's still sitting down here. She's every so often she jumps down and then she climbs back up and sits for a wee while and then she jumps down again. I don't know what her problem is. Was wrong. Was wrong.
Oh. So thank you to everybody in chat. We've had Nalto,
Here
Gary.
she is.
Oh, here she is. Whiskers, of course. Oh. Have we ever shown the artwork that GkTheMac has done of Whiskers on this show?
I don't think so. Wonder where it is.
Indeed. It's somewhere in Discord, isn't it? So thank you
Yeah.
to Gary Crew. Who else have we got? ZX Guesser, of course. Rusty Russ, SQU, Whiskers the Cat. Nalto came back. Maximus Corruption, of course. Matty Ramo, the Teletext Supremo. Peter Kwan. Is that everybody in the YouTube chat? I believe it is. And then Meat Lotion. We had gkthemac, Simply Sarah UK. And that's it, I think. T&C's apply, of course. And Super Wonder Star. Oh, good to have him join us for a bit. And I believe that's it. But it's been a very busy show tonight, actually, considering. Right. Where's Whiskers? Where's the Whiskers artwork on Disco? So if somebody has it. Oh, you know what? I might have it on my computer, actually. Let's have a look. Probably. Yeah, I think I do.
Let's just find the mic now. Don't do that. Anybody listening will have just got an earful of her purring.
Right, here we go. So, it's absolutely been worth it to stay for this picture.
There we go.
Oh, there we've got way. Oh, that's way play that there. So yeah, there it is. GkThemac's artwork. I wonder what she's thinking though. Why have you got me sitting here?
Yeah, what you can't see is just out of shot is my sister ready to grab her if she tries to jump down when I'm trying to take the photo.
And knock the entire teletext operation offline.
Yeah. You can also see all the clutter on my desk. That's not so good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, well, that's not the first thing you see. I like the old analog telephone there. Oh,
yeah.
Stop the share so we can see Whiskers. Oh, brilliant. Right.
The test cat.
Test card cat. Test card cat, yeah. Okay, it's 10:30 p.m. here in the UK, so I think that's about time for us to wrap up. We've been a good round 4 hours. Wow. Didn't expect it to be that long, but it's been approximately 4 hours. Thank you for joining us, however long you stopped in. If you missed stuff, I'm going to time code directly after the show, so you can click on the bits you want to see. And all that's left to say from me is sayonara. Goodbye, Nathan.
Good night.
Do you want us to say goodbye? Good night from me, and it's good night from him.
And it's good night from him.
It's good night from him as well, and him.
I don't know what way to point. Is it that way?
Yeah. Next show is November. Might be pre-recorded. We might have a pre-recorded special coming for you, but I won't give too much away. Possibly a live one as well in November, and we'll see what happens after that. Don't forget about the Teletext Advent Calendar. Send in your stuff now. Message me in the usual places. And sayonara. Keep it blocky. Oh, kayonara. Kayonara it is, isn't it?